libtards on this motherfucker think
Rather
it's
be libtarded
okay
than retarded.
to strain the system some more. And you cannot
This
tell
dude is
me
screaming
where the
faster
money
than he can
comes
even
from?
think of the critiques, bro. He is screaming and pausing in the middle because he doesn't even know where he wants to take his sentence.
That means it doesn't cost you.
And yeah.
Clay, just because you can't understand the words that I'm saying, that doesn't mean you get to do a doofy laugh, all right? You don't get to do a doofy laugh if you're genuinely just doofy, buddy. You don't get to do strawman voices if you're fucking retarded, Clay.
Play your
Detention
fucking
numbers.
game and pay attention, you fucking asshole.
Okay, luckily, me at 50% attention is you at 1,000,000% attention, okay? So I can pay 50% attention and still dog walk you, all right? So just let me talk for a second, Spin.
Quite frankly, you need to subscribe to Rinnycast.
Fiscal benefit at the federal level, but in the long term, almost certainly, in every respect, they're fiscally positive, right?
Yeah, how so?
You can look at the Cato Institute study, or I think even the CBI. The CBO is split on this one, but I think the CBO even said that there's probably beneficial long-term outcomes to illegal immigrants and just immigrants in general in the state, and the state and local level.
Based. All right. Would we go even further to say that maybe like the kids as well, like if they have kids, they go through the education system, would they be more likely to have a net positive fiscal impact in the long term?
Yeah, obviously, of course.
Based.
They're more educated. They're going to make more money.
Exactly. I like that. And also to kind of tie this up, what other groups of people would also have like a net negative fiscal impact that would be citizens within the country?
U.S. citizens who are children. Right, first 18 years of your life, almost certainly going to be a net drain.
True. What about educational attainment? Does that play a factor in that?
Of course, it would. Educational attainment is going to play a factor in end up in society, in where you end up in society. So, when they get more, when they're able to have access to their education system, they're going to end up making more money. They're going to almost certainly end up being fiscally positive.
It's all right. I see Spin City and Claire like pantomiming to each other or something like that in the background, and that's distracting me. But yeah,
I'm not up there yet, by the way, liberals.
Fair enough. And kind reminder to the audience, it appears the dono goal thing is not working. I don't know why or how or what happened with that.
We're gonna be up there,
but you're currently 4 out of 10 on the dono goal. And if you want the gauntlet, you had better finish the rest of it. You have 6 minutes to do it. All right, go ahead, Mr. Tommy Smith.
Hello, everybody. Want to tell you that I am here in Kansas City, and I don't want to say I came here illegally, but I'll tell you I'm fucking American, yeah? That's why my name is Tommy. But I have an important question for you, sir. If two Mexicans, they crossed the border, one became a landscaper, we'll call him Tommy. He paid taxes, he started a business, and I hired 12 Americans. But another guy, you call him Scott, and he was born in America, but he's still living in his mother's garage tweeting about lazy immigrants. Which one should be deported?
Scott, obviously, clearly. So clearly, Scott. Scott's a bum and a chud.
But if Scott was born in America, how do you deport him? To Mexico?
Of course. Nah, you deport him to the Pacific Ocean. That's where you deport him to.
But in Mexico, but if Tommy came from Mexico, then how does he go back to the Pacific Ocean?
We fly him there and just drop him off.
Working on it.
My friend, I think when I was in school in Mexico and Tijuana, we learned geography, but you seem to have learned the geography from where you learned your politics from some kid named Shadow Wolf on the fucking TikTok eating Takis.
We need to port Scott to the Pacific Ocean, drop him off straight over, let him take a dive.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why did the Mexican cross the border?
To get to the other side.
No, because...
What are we doing?
Did he cut out?
Yes.
The gringos need someone to pick the tomatoes. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I crossed the border because I heard that the tomato crossed first, and the Americans, the gringos, need someone to pick them.
Why are the tomatoes getting a shot in here?
Because because I read the New York Times and I have a smart brain, and I want to ask our friend, since you're so pro-immigrant, I have a problem and you can solve. I have 3 cousins, they all in Tijuana. And if you can provide the nice housing for them and opportunity, then I can get the tickets and they can come and you can put your money
I got
where your
you,
mouth
bro.
is. Huh?
Hop in my DMs, bro. I got you. Just hop in my DMs. We can figure that shit out.
So you have space in your mother's basement.
Freaky here, bro.
I have space in my mother's basement. That is correct. Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm going to DM you.
And Tom Carpenter sent the big 20, says, yeah, that generation was so stupid. He's referring to Gen X. They built the whole internet you're on right now.
Good
So
try,
stupid.
Shaman. I just have to say, good try. You were exposed, sir.
And just a reminder, if you want Gauntlet, you had better hit that dono goal. You have 6 more to go, and you only have 3 minutes to do it in. And I actually put the lower dono goal on tonight. I felt nice. So hit it, or we're not going to have full Gauntlet mode. And I also have Rinyald hanging out backstage too. Vibe, you got a question? Bye.
Oh yeah, shoot, I'm up. Nice.
Yes. Yay.
I love it, Sarah. Good to see you. Yeah, no, I mean, I love this topic. Like, I think about it and talk about it all the time. When it really comes down to, so I'm going to stick to the prompt, right? Illegal immigration benefits America.
Illegal immigrants benefit America.
about this.
I want to be. It's very illegal immigrants benefit America. It's very specific.
Illegal immigrants benefit America, right? So I can say yes, they do. They make my avocados cheaper. They make my oranges cheaper. No, this is true. This is true. These are facts. I'm not actually making this stuff up, because the farms are the major employers of illegal immigrants, right? And of course, it is exploiting them because the farms can't afford minimum wage, and if they do, then the prices go up. So it's part of competitiveness, right? And if we look at this, it does benefit America. So yes, the answer is illegal immigration benefits America for the rich. Well, not the rich, actually the higher middle class that are producing products at a lower price because they can exploit the illegal immigrants. Now, does it actually help America? No, right? So we can be really simple on this. And it sounds like we have left and right here. And I just want to see like a raise of hands here. How many people think we should just open the borders 100%, no regulations at all? How many people? Anybody?
Okay.
Okay, right. So we want to have some regulations, and the definition of illegal is actually saying that regulation. We're not saying we don't want anybody to come into this country. We're saying we want people to come to this country, but we have a budget. The country has a budget. We have medical costs, we have road costs, we have taxes, we have all these things. We have a budget. And you can't just have somebody randomly show up.
Saying, do we want illegal immigration is a different prompt than are illegal immigrants good for the country?
Breaks America completely. So when we're bringing people in, we're not saying nobody comes in. We're just saying go through the correct process. And how am I incorrect in any of that thinking?
Now, ostensibly, everything you said, well, not everything, but a large part of what you said wasn't true, which is that illegal immigrants are fiscally positive on the federal level, almost certainly on the state level over their lifetimes. I mean, we can send over to Cato Institute study on that one if you want to. They don't have access to the vast majority of federal welfare programs, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. In fact, they're a net benefit payer into programs like Social Security.
Okay,
and
so
then
the
I guess on the front of
don't get the benefits of being illegal, just like people that broke laws and go to jail don't have the benefits that people that are free have, correct?
Yeah, but you're saying they're like they're messing up the budget. They're not really taking anything in from our budget, or they're not being a fiscal drain. They're being a fiscal net positive. So it doesn't really seem to be the case.
It is a physical drain.
Fiscal?
For sure, right? So first off, these guys are coming in, they're breaking. So we're setting minimum wages. We're setting like living wages, which actually I'm against also. But we are.
Against a living
and
wage.
The only reason
What
we're
are we doing?
hiring the illegals is because employers don't want to pay those rates, right? So now we are exploiting them. But just to go back to what I said, anybody want to raise their hand of just opening the border? If you're saying that it's okay for illegals to come in, because you are. If you're saying it's not okay for an illegal to come in, but if they make it over the border, we should give them all the benefits. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Just a
Okay, so
fundamental
you said
tracking
everything I
issue,
just
bro,
said was
that nobody
wrong, but you
listened.
said
I said it was,
illegals
I said
don't
it was
get all the
not. I
benefits
said
that
it
the
was. I
legals
said,
get.
I said what's not true is saying that illegal immigrants are a problem or a fiscal problem or a fiscal net drain. That isn't true. They're fiscally net positive.
Okay, explain to me how they're a physical or how
Fiscal.
they're a financial net positive outside of what I just said. Basically taking the minimum wage away, right? Because the only reason they get employed is because we can employ them under minimum wage, right? So we're trying to enforce laws
that has no
they come in
benefit
here
on
illegal,
fiscal.
and then we have Americans that
There's
are
no-
actually
no
going,
benefit on the
great, I
deficit.
can hire this illegal
I
because
would
he's illegal.
actually
I can do
disagree with
whatever
that
I
as well.
want.
That's not what
Number
fiscal
one, if you
means.
look at the industries illegal immigrants typically work in, there's labor shortages in those specific industries, right? So I would say the reason they're getting hired is one, there's labor shortage. Two, probably they can pay them cheaper. Number two is that illegal immigrants pay income tax via ITN numbers. A lot of times they'll even end up paying
ITN
Social
numbers,
Security, some
holy
of
shit,
those Social
ATM
Security numbers.
machine,
I'm not sure how much
deadass.
that contributes though, but overall they don't have access to like most federal welfare programs, and because of that, and the little amount that you pay in, they end up being a fiscal benefit to our government.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that this mismatch of like, hey, like here in California, you can be an illegal alien and you can still get a driver's license, which just blows my mind, right? Like I'm like, you're here illegally. As soon as you go get a driver's license, they should freaking arrest you and send you back to your country because you're here illegally, right? That's the whole thing about illegal immigrant. And I know the left loves to change it to undocumented. So, like, you know, if I'm a drunk driver, but I've never gotten pulled over,
I wrote the
driver.
prompt. So what are we doing right now? I wrote the prompt, bud. Okay. I put illegal immigrant there. I don't know, there's nothing to get offended at. I didn't put.
I don't know. You did good by saying that because that is actually a true statement. I just know a lot of people on the left have changed illegal
By the way,
immigrant
the difference
over
between
to
an
undocumented.
the difference between an
And I'm like,
undocumented immigrant and an illegal immigrant is that undocumented will include people who like just haven't gone to their court date but are coming here through legal pathways, right? And an illegal immigrant are like border hoppers.
And keeping it
the thing is that
when
when a lot of people refer to illegal immigrant, they're referring to undocumented immigrants.
Unauthorized immigrant, so you should change the prompt to the correct illegal.
I have a theory.
True.
I have a theory that Scratch is actually like a pre-recorded version of Cringy without glasses and with he combed his hair differently.
That was right, so you would expect
Hey,
that.
look, I still can't tell them apart sometimes. So
I
The
know.
black trickery.
it's terrible.
Is there a declining birth rate in America
Benji,
as well? Yeah, I think
what
so.
is the
I've heard so.
benefit then that you're saying? Because you wrote the prompt, right? So what is the benefit? And
Yeah, they
and
benefit.
and if it is a benefit, should we just remove illegal
They
and just
benefit
go,
they
come
benefit
on
the-
in?
They benefit
Open
the
house.
wages of native workers. They benefit our GDP. They benefit us fiscally.
not sure if that's true, but-
Those are all the benefits of illegal immigration and illegal immigrants. They benefit Social Security as well. But again, I'm not really advocating for things like mass deportation because I guess what you're saying, just deport them all or just deport them as soon as they get a driver's license or whatever. It's kind of ridiculous to deport 11 million people. It's kind of it would certainly cause a recession, certainly cost $1 trillion. And if we're talking about budgetary problems or problems with our economy, that would cause way more catastrophe than any sort of mass amnesty program or any sort of thing I'm advocating for.
Yeah,
I don't like the
can
framing.
sit there
Mass
and say
amnesty wouldn't
anything
cause
is a net
any
benefit.
havoc,
You just
bro.
said like a net benefit, but you didn't give any actual examples.
Or
of what those
GDP,
net
like our
benefits are.
GDP increases because of illegal immigrants.
Why? How do the illegal immigrants increase our GDP?
Because GDP is gross domestic product. They work jobs, aka they produce products, so they increase gross domestic product.
And I know you had mentioned that they're doing jobs that nobody else wants, right? And they're being exploited for those jobs, correct?
Nobody else wants. They're producing jobs in industries that have higher unemployment levels.
Right. And are those? I mean, I actually don't believe in that statement because I think there's actually people that want that job.
I don't
But I think
believe
they're
in that
not being
statement.
granted that job because the
of the
employer
wages.
has the illegal immigrant source and isn't going to hire them in the first place because he can actually pull these illegal
When I
immigrants.
say that, there's like literally a shit ton more job openings in these industries than usually in the rest of the economy. That's for one. Number two, there's actually a survey done by the BLS, very interesting survey, in fact, on why people who aren't participating in the workforce aren't participating. One of the least cited reasons is because the job prospects / pay opportunities aren't good enough. most of the number one reason cited is when I just don't want to work a job, right? I have other things. I want to play video games. I don't want to work a job. The number two reasons like family responsibilities or something, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, most of the people who aren't participating in the workforce are actually, I think,
the problem is that like, how do you increase birth rates, right? It seems like I haven't done a whole ton of reading, but it seems like every time that you try to artificially boost birth rates, it just isn't
even black people
very effective.
Like why would they want
birth rate policies just aren't very good.
I actually will agree with you in the sense that their social benefits of being an American are actually
and by the way, there's no reason to be against
demoting
immigration,
themselves to doing that minimum labor or that hard labor with minimum return job. So we're actually I would say the problem is more
option on the survey though. They could have said like, oh, the job opportunities aren't good enough, they're not paying enough or whatever. They didn't pick that option though. They had the opportunity to pick it on the survey. They didn't pick that option. In fact, I'll send it over here.
While you're sending that, ladies and gentlemen, I have opened up the gauntlet compliments of Tom Carpenter. I'll get through those super chats here in just a second. But if you are watching over on the Raging Tomatoes side, I am officially shutting down that side. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, whatever else I'm streaming on. And we are all moving to the Gauntlet. If you're watching on the Raging Tomato, I dropped the link in the live chat. Click it, move over to the Gauntlet, or catch the raid. We'll see you over there. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm still curious, though. I mean, so illegal immigrants, in your view, are a benefit, right? So we must come up with a better system to bring in more illegals, but we can't bring all the illegals.
They would be more beneficial if they were legal.
We can't save the whole world and move the whole world in the United States.
They'd be more beneficial if they were legal. So we should create a system that incentivizes legal immigration because
we have it.
Immigrants.
Okay, so
we have it.
Yeah, and it's like hopelessly backlogged.
Renji, let me before the shit show starts.
For a decade.
Before the shit show starts, I need to I need to pull play into this conversation for just a second. Do you know how much it costs to
Would mass amnesty also make goods more expensive
per year?
Can you prove that we're housing illegal aliens?
Yeah, probably.
Yes, I can.
I mean, like, the answer? Yes and no, right?
Well,
because
that first.
Like a more productive economy usually, mass amnesty would probably bring in more like individual workers. That's going to bring prices down. No, it's not as simple as like it's not as simple as like this policy raises prices, right? In most cases, at least. I'd have to see specifically, but I don't recall seeing like any like inflation due to the amnesty thing. Let me see if I have any notes on it.
He was asking me a little bit more.
And I'm actually being tame.
Like, turn the spurt from like.
Okay, go ahead, Bones. Bones has got the floor.
All right, let's actually have the conversation. So, what are the
found the secret word?
Okay. So let me renew the question. Let me renew the fucking question. Do you know how much it costs to house an illegal invader in my country?
In what context? You provided no context for that.
Can you prove that the government is providing housing to illegal aliens at all?
If you don't know, don't strongman me. I ask you a question. This is the problem I have with you fucking retards. You always strongman or bring something else up. Answer the question. If you don't know, he and I or he will tell you.
Angry American, how many times have you raped a child? How many?
Oh my God, dude.
Really?
Really? Answer the question.
You ask a big question with no context, and you're like, do you not know? Do you not know?
All right, let's.
You want to go there? You want to go there?
Let's find a fresh breath
Look how
of
mad
money.
he is.
That's
Jesus.
why his 1 month membership, instead of buying the kazoo, I told him to go buy. He got a membership instead. Just kidding. It was probably gifted to him.
The Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986 had no measurable direct effect on national inflation, but it did have a measurable deflationary effect on local costs by providing legal status and work authorization to 3 million undocumented immigrants. It helped stabilize labor markets and industries experiencing localized worker shortages.
We don't want to see him sulk. Effigy, that's love right there.
So yeah, just to increase supply, which is probably going to
lovely. And I'm hoping that means that I now have an $80 shield. Is that what that is? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
No, that was paid to open the gauntlet. We wouldn't
Oh,
have had
come
the
on.
gauntlet mode if he didn't pay that.
But that's totally what Tom would want. Right?
Yeah, it's super.
You
It's
can
it's more
appeal to
complicated than that,
Tom.
right?
If
So the
you
idea
think
is that you have
effigy
to
should have an
outrush.
$80
Hold on.
credit. Feel free to let us know
The
in the
idea
chat.
is that
I'm
you
happy
want to
oblige.
outrush the raising prices by having increased wages, because increased wages is just going to increase production costs. But it's not necessarily the case that increasing production costs. I say this just for the sake of it, but the economy is incredibly complicated. So it's not the case that just increasing production costs is necessarily going to increase prices. This is why we do studies on these things, is because there's a billion different factors going into a billion different things. I mean, like I'm giving like a very generalized economic reason to back up the economic data or the economic studies that show the effects of mass deportations. So the idea is that I'm undercomplicating it in those debates almost certainly. But the conclusion is still right, and this is one of the causing factors. But the reason that it seems like Amnesty won't do the same thing is because it's going to increase the supply so much. Wouldn't you need to pay laborers a bigger wage? Yeah, yes, but there's more that goes into production costs. So like if it's the case that you're infinitely more productive, you're probably going to lower prices in order to sell the backlog of good that you have, right? Increased immigration flows can lower local goods and services inflation by 0.1 or 0.2 percentage points. As an influx of labor fills gaps in production and supply chains, wage growth without inflation. Many people assume that granting legal status. Oh, okay, yeah, here it is. And raising wages for immigration leads to higher consumer prices. However, American Progress series of find the answer before you get. Yeah, I mean, like I would probably just do the same thing that I'm doing right now. The IRCA showed that previously undocumented immigrants experienced a 15.1% increase in inflation-adjusted wages. This increase in purchasing power and productivity did not translate into economic-wide inflation because it was offset by greater overall economic output and reduction in federal budget deficits. There's the answer. Center for American Progress, 2013, the economic effects of granting legal status and citizenship to undocumented immigrants. That's the source, if you want to find it. Could you link the study in Discord? Yeah. It's not a study, it's an article, but this dude doesn't even know what a straw man is. That's in the general. Oh wait, did I unmute?
To me, watch what
happens. I asked you a question like, where did you rape that child? And you're like, can you prove that I raped a child? See,
why are you deflecting? Why are you deflecting? Answer the question. Do you know or not?
You understand?
What was the question again, Spin?
Miss Sarah, it's a very
He's not being specific with the question. What are you talking about? Are you talking about immigration detention, unaccompanied children, short-term border processing?
Hold on. Can you tell me what the question was again, Spin? I apologize.
Yes, ma'am. I would be happy to. Absolutely. Do you know how much it costs the federal government
a soliloquy and I
to house an one illegal alien?
Can you prove that they're housing them?
You're strongmanning. Stop strongmanning, you piece of shit.
Hold on.
Fucking answer the question.
I don't even know if this dude knows what a strawman is.
Let's assume we can, Cringy. Let's assume we can prove there's a number and that they're being housed.
And just out of curiosity,
why would you speculate on that?
Spin, Are you asking that question, how much it costs to house one that once they cross the border and we've detained them? Or are you asking once they're actually renting an apartment and contributing to society?
Once they are caught, Vibe. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll give you that one. Answer the question.
I'm just trying to clarify.
How much does it take to detain each one?
Finally.
Right here.
Clay, I'm trying to. I'm roping you in. Please help this fucking moron understand what I'm asking.
Bones and Dome is going to come in trying to be a fucking retard. So I'm just going to let you go.
I mean, if we're detaining them, they cost us money. If we're not detaining them,
could not resist. I said something, and he could not resist. I cannot do this if he's just going to
Lord Jesus.
I'm angry American. I got a better question that he can't believe.
I don't know.
If you allow me to ask.
This kid, every stream he's on,
okay?
Strongman's everybody. When he is asked a direct question, he deflects. And that is what TikTok brain does. So do you know the answer or not? Yes or no?
How much does payment cost, buddy? I don't know. How much does it cost?
Clay, what does it cost to house one illegal invader in this country?
So the federal government does cover a very small fraction of the cost for local shelters and temporary housing, leaving local cities and states to pay the vast majority of the bill. So it doesn't have an exact figure, but historically the federal contribution accounts for less than 5 to 10% of what major cities actually spend on emergency shelter systems.
Yeah,
okay.
So
the funding
let him fucking answer. Shut the fuck up.
The funding comes from typically the shelter and services programs. The funding cap is usually around 650 million to 800 million annually. I think FEMA was mentioned in there somewhere too. Yes, FEMA, Customs, and Border Protections all contribute to this. So yeah, there's definitely some housing going in.
So
now shut up and let me finish. Shut up. Shut up, you disrespectful little fuck.
I want to conclude with this.
You said that
We're
you
not the ones who
want
told you to set a
illegal
fucking concentration
aliens.
camp in
I want to
America.
conclude.
Hold on.
One final
You
statement.
want illegal aliens to benefit from society. That's what
Spin,
you
do want me to help
said.
or not? Do you want me to help or not? Now,
Sorry, Clay, go ahead.
I just want to conclude with this one last portion, right?
This dude's such a
it does benefit us to understand that local shelters, the brunt of that comes from localities. That does not come from the federal government. Now, 5 to 10% is what it says. It is or it actually says a very small fraction. But understanding that the funding
do you think
that
they keep
goes
Spin City
to
around
those
like we keep Rita?
localities
Maybe. No, I think they
also
actually
comes
agree
from
with
the Fed
Spin City. They
sometimes.
just think he's
so
retarded.
they actually chip in. The Fed sometimes has to chip in just to bail out the cities in these cases.
So the FEMA's SSP program, specifically the reimbursement part of that for like
and
nonprofit
cringy.
organizations, they required nonprofit organizations to give a list of A numbers in order to determine the amount that they're going to get, the amount of money they're going to get when they do the reimbursement. Now, an A number, what is that, right? An A number is, or an alien number is going to be something you have if you are have a temporary visa, maybe if you have if you're on TPS status, if you
TPS status,
if you're
ATM machine.
an asylum seeker. So if you have like a legal status, you probably would have an A number, and a legal immigrant wouldn't have an A number. So legal immigrants aren't being reimbursed by this program. That would just be false.
Now, asylum is a legal avenue, correct?
Correct.
So they can't be counted into that illegal avenue.
Right.
Correct.
They're not illegal aliens.
So they're not illegal.
They're legal
I don't
immigrants.
know how we're not tracking this. What he's trying to say is that the SEC program doesn't provide for illegal immigrants, right? They're doing the reimbursement program is specifically and asking for the A number, right? The alien number. That people with alien numbers are going to be going through some kind
But
of
there is a
process
cost.
and have
Bottom line, there's a cost. To pretend that there's not a cost.
Not to illegal immigrants.
No one never said there wasn't a cost. We said that the benefit, the money we get from them outweighs
But
that.
the premise here is that the benefit is there, where Spin was asking you outright, how much does it cost? And instead of actually answering that, what you were doing,
No, he wasn't. He was asking for the price of illegal invaders.
Prove it. Now I've proven it to you. Now, how much does it cost?
That was actually false because the thing you brought up, the SSP program specifically,
asylum.
Again, it doesn't
For
reimburse
TPS.
illegal immigrants.
It's not
because they
illegal
require
immigrants.
A numbers
Yes, thank
before
you.
Giving out the grants.
No.
Whoa.
Cost. I didn't say how much do we reimburse the immigrant.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yes, you did.
Their big flex is that it costs money. That's it.
How much
That's
do I
it. Their
gotta
entire
come out of my
argument is that
wallet
it
for it?
costs some money.
How much out of my wallet do I got to come out for you to house these illegal immigrants?
Well, it
How
doesn't
much?
cost anything because the federal government isn't paying into the housing of illegal immigrants because illegal immigrants don't have A numbers.
Oh my
Illegal
God!
immigrants
Did you
do not have A numbers.
Okay, hold on. Let's break it down to homeless people.
I'm
taking down the homeless people.
So I kind of want to jump in.
Why?
All right, hold on. Everybody stop. We'll go ahead and let Kraut jump in here and see what he's got.
I'm going to bed in like 10 minutes. So I want to make a statement, then I want to ask CL a question. How many, I'm going to ask the question first. Do you know how many undocumented illegal immigrants are incarcerated?
No, I know there's quite a few in our federal prison system.
Anywhere from 60 to 70,000.
Yeah.
And that might seem like a low number. It actually is a low number percentage-wise. But every single one of those undocumented immigrants gets paid from the taxpayers for the food and the cots and their clothes and more clothes when those clothes get too raggedy to wear.
That's cool.
Right?
We're talking about the SSP program, not prisms.
Well, no, we're talking about, do they drain America? Do they create a deficit? And that's one way America is spending money. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, you spend a lot of money when you try to kick them out of the country.
That's not what a deficit is.
Well, no. That's their fault too.
That's a
less money to kick them out of the country than it does to house them for their dumbass, stupid fucking. I need fucking due process. It is a well-known fact.
And hold on, by that logic, if somebody breaks the law, don't lock them up because our taxpayers are going to pay for their food and costs. So if anybody breaks the law, don't lock them up.
Well, you're talking about a civil infraction. You guys don't care about the law. You don't give a shit.
No. Second time they get arrested.
That's still a one-time.
Yeah, but your entire problem is that they never left. So there is no second time.
Is my mic not working? Okay.
That's why
it's still a one-time fee to kick them out than it is to have them.
No, it's not. They come back.
Correct?
Yeah, but the problem is that you're not really
Don't
paying
say
for them to be here
no.
because they don't have access to those welfare programs.
Oh
Clay
my
was claiming
God.
that the SSP program funds illegal immigrants.
Is this the most retarded Sarah panel I think I've ever seen? This may be the most retarded Sarah panel I've ever seen.
Giving money to these cities requires lists of A numbers in order to figure out how much you're going to be reimbursing or how much you're going to be giving to these cities in terms of funding from that program.
Okay. Well, hold up. I got a statement, then I'm going to bed. That was my question. And we can agree it costs money to, when illegal immigrants are locked up. This is my statement. Regardless if it's directly through them, we can argue about that. But we can't argue through birthright citizenships. Illegal immigrants get benefits through their children. That's a fact. I'd rather American dollars go to American people. I care about America first. Like Sarah said, fuck everybody else. I care about Americans, regardless of your race.
Constitution,
I
bitch.
care about America. That money can go to America. But hey, Sarah, I'm on dip. Thanks again for having me. Clay, American, Vibe, y'all have a good night. All you other guys you knew on here, have a good night.
Thank you, Kraut. We appreciate you.
And I'm still trying to get back to Cringy's idea here on illegal immigration benefits America. So
really quick, Bob, if I can do a bit before we get too far, because he did exactly what has been happening and what Angry just did. And this is my biggest problem with this entire argument. The problem when you guys say, oh, we're going to get rid of 11 million people, to do that, you guys have to do exactly what Angry and exactly what that guy just did. You guys have to shred the fucking Constitution to do that. And that's what we're really against.
And
because
also pay out the dick for it, by the way.
Examples of constitutional rights that two people back to back would fucking throw into the river just to get rid of these fucking people.
Effigy, that's kind of where I was going, right? So we have people that have been here for 20 years, right? And if they go apply, like I was like, if they apply for a driver's license, we should kick them out. And I said that. But at the same time, if they've been here for 20 years, they're contributing and they're established.
Well, if they commit a crime, we should kick them out. We all agree on that. We all agree on that.
But there is a point, and the problem is between switching from Democrats to Republicans. Like, I think there is a point that we have to close the border to illegal immigrants. We have to look at the ones that we have here. And we've done this many times. We're like, okay, every illegal immigrant,
no.
you've got so many days to come here and be legal, right?
Two different arguments. Once again, the people in the country and what happens at the border are two different arguments. So stop mixing them up, because in your guy's head, in the right wing's head, it's all the same because you care about the people. That's all you give a shit about, is your arguments are all based along the people.
And your side of the fucking aisle doesn't give a fuck.
We give a shit about the rights of this country and how they apply to everyone in the country, because that's what makes our country special. You guys will tear the country in half because you don't like half of them. That's why the South sucks. It's because half the population, they don't want the other half to succeed, so they're going to keep the whole fucking place a shithole. And I know, because I've lived there my whole life, they'll keep it a shithole so that half of them do not succeed. This is what you guys are doing to the whole country. You will tear the whole fucking place apart so these people get fucked, but you fuck all of us.
I love immigrants. I have no problem with immigrants, right? What I'm saying is it's best for the country when we can control the immigration. Do you disagree with that statement?
Not at all.
I don't think anybody's disagreeing with that. I think we've kind of walked so far off of the actual prompt at this point, right? Like, does anybody even really contest that illegal immigrants, the ones that are here, are beneficial for the country? I'm not hearing almost any contesting of that.
I can. Are you dumb? Hold on just a second. Give me a second. I'm just going to go refill my coffee and use the ladies' room. Vibe, can you take over the panel for me? Use your big boy voice. You guys know my rules. I expect a good report from Vibe when I get back, okay? I'll be right back. Thank you.
I'll see if I can keep these guys tame.
Before Reno gets
hold on.
Okay, I've been on the panel for a while. I've only gotten 3/5 of the speaking time, so I'd like to go after him.
Nobody cares. Go ahead, Brian.
So I actually was trying to back up Cringy a little bit here, because I like to take all sides, right? And I was looking up some statistics, because Cringy's like, based on Angry Man's or Spin's comments, I was looking at Manhattan Institute and the World Data and things like that. The statistics look like, from what I'm reading, and by the way, I've only done 10 minutes of reading, so I could be wrong on this. They look like they say that immigration is a really heavy strain economically, locally, and statewide. However, it's also showing that and right now, federally, it is a minor strain, but looks like it has a positive outcome. So this is the one positive thing for you, Cringy, when I'm looking at these stats. This actually supports both Spin and you. Over time, this could actually be a benefit, but it's a huge strain locally and statewide. And like I said, I can cite you all these from.
Well, could you explain how it's coming to that conclusion?
So how it's coming to the conclusion is they came across the border.
I'm asking Vibe. I'm asking Vibe, Spencer. I'm not asking for you to just scream at me. I'm asking Vibe.
Stop being a drain on my state.
Spin, slow down.
Spin.
Ronald, he just got on here. He hasn't had any speaking time. Let's give him some speaking time.
Yes, sir.
What?
I fucking hate him too.
I know you do.
Bro, why did Spin just become a cuck to him? What the heck? Do you have mind control over him, Vibe? How does that work?
It's because it's
doesn't
Sarah's
matter.
panel.
Wait.
She put him in fucking charge.
It doesn't matter. I'm just wondering.
I'm going to give you the floor next, but Ronald hasn't actually said a word yet, and he's the newest guy on the panel. No judgment here. Just wanted to give him an opportunity to chime in.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, you're citing that because it's certainly true that the numbers are mixed on whether or not they're a fiscal drain on super local levels. But where are you getting this impression that they're a drain on any federal level? Because it seems like everything that I've read says that they're clearly a fiscal benefit, and it seems like most of the time, whenever people determine that they're a fiscal drain, it's because they're taking into effect the fiscal benefit or the fiscal deficit of their kids, but they're not tracking any of the benefits that come from those kids as well. So I think most of the studies that typically say that they're a fiscal drain are skewing the numbers a little bit.
Was that to me?
Well, I mean, you brought up the number, but it was kind of a plain mask in a question.
I actually didn't say. I said it was a local and state strain, not a federal strain.
Yeah, but you said it was a minor federal strain, but I don't even know if I'd grant that.
Yeah. Is there a number attached or percentage attached to that article? Because I think you and I have the same one you have, but I'm not seeing it.
I've got 3 up here, right? I've got GovFacts, I've got Manhattan Institute, and like I said, they're all really long, and I only spent 10 minutes going through.
No. I was just saying, just if you can just skim the document, is there a percentage number or a number of what it costs percentage wise per capita?
Yeah, see, so Spin, I'm not actually seeing that. I'm seeing a net benefit federal, but a negative currently for local and state. And I think because we all live local and state, that's why we get so personal about this, because we see how it does affect that. But like I said, I'm not an expert on this. This is me just scanning through stuff. And I know Scratch, by the way,
local and state.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to add anything in there.
Okay,
I know
so
we were skipping over.
I'm sorry, Vod, to cut you off.
Yeah, no
sorry
worries.
to cut you off. The federal deficit, yes, per capita may be less, but the drain on the individualized states and local government in every state, not just including the bullshit sanctuary fucking cities that think that, oh, they haven't done anything wrong. First of all, they did something wrong. Second of all, the drain outweighs the federal system.
Where's your indication of that? Where are you reading that?
Can I finish a fucking thought?
Please do, Spin. Go ahead.
I'm trying, but you got an idiot in the bottom and an idiot right next to me.
I don't even think Chris
calls out the two black people on the panel. Just want to point that out.
Oh, I can name a few more. I can name a few more.
But if you want to be that
more
guy,
black people,
you want to go black guy for black guy?
like, I mean, if you feel like it's you, then it's probably you.
The practicality of the state and local deficit outweighs and is greater than the federal system. Let's land this point real quick. Do you know how much it costs a day for a prisoner to be in prison?
And
why time loop again. Even as
we got to just fucking take the bullets out and just go. Yeah, true.
It costs less, and I can dig it up. It costs less to house a prisoner than it does to house an illegal invader in my country.
And did you ever clarify a legal invader as one that they came in illegally and were detained?
I clarified it, but the strong man up there that plays a game and is an asshole didn't want to hear it.
Spin.
Unironically, cortisol spike argument.
I'm like
somebody else.
Right.
I know. An honest question.
I'll answer it. I'll answer it.
Well, you know what?
It costs how much a year, Clay? Help me with that number one more time.
$130 a day,
bro.
$130 a day.
I need to get in here, Clay. What was when you said right? It cost this much to house an illegal immigrant per day. What was Cringy's response to that? Can you tell me?
Why don't you?
No, you tell me, bro. You tell me the Cringy response to it.
I don't know. See, I'm happy with saying the words. I don't know
what the fuck everybody's wasting their air here. Literally, when Cringy responded to this, literally 5 times, and none of you are listening.
So you don't know either.
The same question. He literally
is
said
that something you like to roll back?
Is
that something you just rolled back to try to do a gotcha? I don't know. We're somewhere else on the topic. So tell me, what's
you guys keep wallowing in the stupidity of this question because it has no point to me.
I'm waiting for us to go one at a time, and that would be great. Thank you.
So what's the answer you need?
I need you to respond to Cringy's response to you, which was the fact that numbers that
Cringy asked a question 30 minutes ago that I'm supposed to know the answer.
Cringy made a response. You said that it cost this much. You said it cost like what $300 something to house an illegal immigrant through the SSP program. Cringy pointed out that the SSP program reimburses based on alien numbers, which are only assigned to people who have some kind of legal status.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
You absolutely did.
When you were citing the number, what were you citing?
What, $300? What? When did $300 ever come out of my mouth?
$130 came out of his mouth.
$300 in this whole fucking.
Yeah, I heard 130.
So did I.
Okay, whatever. That's whatever. You said it cost some amount of you said it cost some amount of money to house illegal immigrants, right? Per day, right? Cringy responded to that by saying that's not through the SSP program when they reimburse them to the state or through the local government.
Slow down, dude. I'm 40 years old. Okay. Slow the fuck down. I'm not a little young.
I keep forgetting about the
look. Slow down and ask a fucking question, retard.
My mistake.
Slow down.
Slow down for me, retard.
I'm sorry.
I bet you
Slow
and
down as
Cringy
long as
thought
you guys
you were
stop
gonna
repeating
come up here and run the
You're going
shit.
too fast for me, retard.
Never gonna happen.
I'm too smart to
Never
hear
gonna
you.
Are we
happen.
ready to move forward, gentlemen? Gentlemen, are we ready to move forward?
Please answer my question, and you can, and I'll shut up.
I like a little bit more like my race, and maybe I'll
Answer
understand
my
this more.
question, retard.
Okay, I like a little bit more.
Answer my question, and
so
we can move on.
Cringy said that A numbers, right? Cringy said A numbers, right? Alien numbers are which.
I talking to you. Scratch my nuts.
To reimburse local and state governments necessarily means that you're having some kind of legal status. Okay, so necessarily these people are legal immigrants, not illegal. And Spin's question was about illegal immigrants and how much they cost a house.
Well, I was trying to dumb it down to his TikTok brain that doesn't even fucking work. It's in college. It probably has a free fucking ride.
Spin City, we don't need you to dumb it down. We need you to smarten it up, big dog.
Pardon me for just a moment. Speaking of TikTok brain, Tom Carpenter sent a big 50 on the Cash App and says, going to sleep after rallying them up. Yeah, he paid for you guys to get all worked out because he knew it was a guarantee TikTok brain hour. And you guys did not disappoint. Shout out to all of you. Great, amazing panelists for working hard and getting crazy. All right, let's slow down here. Clay gave an answer of $130 a day. Scratch, what are you trying to ask Clay from earlier?
Oh my God. So okay. Oh my God. The original question asked by Spin is how much does it cost per day to house illegal immigrants? Then and Clay gave the response, right? About it costs this much per day, right? Through the SSP program. When they reimburse them for housing these immigrants. Then Cringy brought up the fact that when they reimburse these state and local governments, they do it via like A numbers, right? Alien numbers. And those are assigned to people who are going through the legal process, who can have some kind of authorized legal status, usually TPS, usually they're trying to get some kind of asylum. So they're not illegal immigrants. So therefore, the number he cited wasn't relevant to the question that's been asked. And he's never actually responded when Cringy said that, even though he said it 5 fucking times during this conversation. He just keeps rambling on about $100-something.
Okay, shut the fuck up and let him and I respond to your fucking dumbass.
Holy shit, you're actually retarded, bro. Oh my God.
Bro, let me tell you how retarded I'm not.
Spin. Look, take 10, bring it down to like maybe a 6, okay?
No, don't turn it down, but hold up, ladies and gentlemen. Just to remind you, you have a dono goal to hit. Mr. Tom Carpenter hit half of it for you. This level 10 type of show usually gets even crazier later, so don't let this slip by. Keep inserting coin for the show to continue, and we're going to have some fucking fun tonight. Spin, go ahead, darling.
It costs $30,000 to house an inmate. It costs $130,000 to pay all these people's fucking benefits. You're dumb. You're retarded.
How much do they pay into the system?
You, sir, need your fucking brain reset.
So
maybe after tonight, we will reset your fucking cringy ass fucking brain.
The problem is that we're talking about a billion different numbers all at the same time, right? Like Clay's referring to the amount that people get reimbursed, right? Spin City's referring to detention numbers.
Game and pay attention, you fucking asshole.
Okay, luckily, me at 50% attention is you at 1,000,000% attention. Okay, so I can pay 50% attention and still dog walk you. All right, so just let me talk for a second, Spin. So
you never
the idea. Yeah, keep talking. The idea is that we keep referring to a bunch of different numbers. The problem is, Spin, when you're referring to the amount of money it costs to detain illegal immigrants, you understand that that's an argument against detaining illegal immigrants. When if we didn't detain the illegal immigrants, that wouldn't be the drain on the system, right? If we just didn't detain them?
Yeah, but then you've got
we wouldn't have to detain them if they didn't come here, you dumb fuck.
Oh no.
Wait, and one more question. Sarah, if Spin City has a heart attack because of the cortisol spikes, are you like financially held liable, or are you like legally obligated to pay out to the family, or?
You
always gotta make a fucking joke, you fucking ringworm.
You are all
make
here
a
on your
fucking
own
point.
voluntary.
I have a
Swim at your own risk.
But-
yes.
No, I just wanted to say I have a question follow up, but you can go.
Go ahead, Calvin. Go ahead. Bring us down to level.
Okay, cool. Well, I want to return to something. My last question to what's his name? The twin at the top. You were telling. You gave me a. So
They are twins. I swear to God.
what?
We are.
They are twins. They are the twins.
We are the twins.
You had to bring
yeah.
your little brother, you piece of shit, because you can't handle the truth.
Cringer, you were
Oh,
telling. You
right.
provided me an article.
He did.
You provided an article about that border patrol at the border is not effective or something like that.
The militarization of the border didn't decrease like border crossings or anything. Yeah.
Did not decrease border crossing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what year was that article from?
Yeah, sure. Let me check.
You have to show me, or you don't know.
No, I don't know. My immigration doc's pretty large. I don't remember the exact off the top of my head.
You're dumb. I
Okay.
can find it in 2 minutes.
Okay, I think that article is from
Reggie said he-
outdated or something like that. It's from like
What does it mean for an article to be outdated?
1986 from 1986 to 2008 or something. The data's from or something like that. Can you?
Yeah, I was looking. Yeah, I was looking at the effects of programs like IRA, etc., which were implemented during that time span. Yes.
Why would you go for an article that's 2008 when we're in 2026, and especially why wouldn't you go with something more current that was reflective of what Donald Trump's done at the border?
What has Donald Trump done that's unique at the border?
Wait,
Well,
lie
I
about all
think-
his
wait,
numbers.
did I answer yet?
Like,
or-
okay,
Alright, give him a sec.
so we
Alright,
we can fault Donald Trump for a lot of things, but in terms of what he's done at the border, he's definitely stopped that. That's
Yeah,
one
it
of the
just
part-
wasn't-
Like, like what?
Do you honestly believe there's zero border crossings?
Wait, I just wait. Guys,
Well,
just one
at
second.
the moment,
Guys, just a minute.
we know it's
Obviously,
down.
wait.
I mean,
Obviously, if we have
significantly down.
I'm sorry. This is like literally how policies work, right? If we have a policy in the past which has shown to be ineffective, like militarizing the border, and then some other president is advocating to do it or do something similar, I don't know why we would expect the effects to be like any different. Like
That doesn't make any sense.
the only time that's
What
fine.
what you're saying doesn't make sense. What you're saying doesn't make sense. If you
How
have
does it not
current
make sense?
information, because if you have current information out there today that proves that more borders, more people at the border is preventing illegal crossing, then that's what you would go off not on
Information
something that's
proves that.
2008.
Do you have any
Like,
indication of that?
Communist broadcasting system says U.S. Mexico in fiscal year 2025 plummeted to the
Fiscal
lowest
year.
annual level
Did you just
since
cite
the early
communist broadcast system?
1970s.
I can't.
That's
Okay,
the
I'm sorry.
communist
We have,
broadcast
now we have
system.
to get into. Now we have to get into the data. Okay, number
You
one.
asked for data, you dumb fuck.
getting
Now I
the
gave
data.
it
So
to
look, I
you.
would like everybody to look at border encounters in the last 3 months of Trump's first term, right? Or I think it was actually 4 months. Border encounters started spiking massively up.
We're talking about right now, asshole, not fucking 4 or 5 years ago. Shut up.
You guys told me to talk about Trump.
Jesus.
I'm talking about Trump. You guys told me that militarization of the border was something that was working under Trump's administrations, right? And I'm talking about his first administration. It did not work. We saw encounters massively increase, even though Donald Trump was militarizing the border in his first term. Second of all, I'd like to point out. Wait, Can I point out something? Can I finish? Can I finish?
You need to talk. You need to
Hold
talk
on.
where people can hear you. I'm asking you to
Please
slow
finish.
down. Slow down and talk. I mean, slower so people can understand you what you're saying.
I have a fear if I talk any slower, I'm gonna get interrupted by Spin. Okay, I got an angry old man up in the corner. Okay.
I don't agree. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't
Keep your insults
Okay.
turn to your next.
I don't agree.
Moron.
I'm saying it doesn't really. Wait.
At a time.
Statistics.
Crash.
Wait.
One thing at a time.
What I'm trying to. Okay, so I'm basically trying to say is under Trump's first term, right? I think it was the last 3 months of his administration, we saw border counters massively increase, even though I'm guessing you would say that in his first term, he was like doing similar policies of militarizing the border. Also, Biden actually did some similar policies to Trump, right? He actually had Mexico deploy soldiers to the border. He actually did some deployments of soldiers himself during 2022 into 2023 when we were seeing massive increases in border encounters. So I don't we can look at current data. It still doesn't line up, right? But once again, if we have a study, right, that says if you ingest this much water, you're gonna die, and then
Because your study,
the methodology is solid, right? I
No,
don't know why I would need a study from modern day to say if I ingest that much water, I'm gonna die. right?
Because I'm sure
That's
what you're
exactly the same.
here's why I scratch, because I'm sure because what your data you're looking at is certainly not what Donald Trump is doing now, because what he's doing now significantly did what would have been done in 2008. So that's why you would need to run by your data.
What's significantly different?
Yeah.
Oh, so
what makes this disanalogous?
See, this is the problem with Renaud. This is the problem what I have with I'm sorry, Renaud, with Let, because you guys try to tell. You deny just the basic objective facts that was going on about this.
If they're basic objective facts, you should be able to say what they are. What makes
okay,
this disanalogous?
So are you in denial that the border count is down right now? Are we in denial about
down
that
from
fact?
When?
What do you think I'm talking about, Renaud?
What, like down from Biden? I don't deny that because it was really high under Biden.
Under Donald Trump.
Well, I'm asking down relative to what?
Do you think that has the border crossing significantly decreased under Donald Trump?
As compared to what?
Compared to Biden and to
compared to Biden, yes. It would have been significantly lower in 2008 compared to Biden as well.
Okay, because I don't see those cavalries or those people in trucks and bunkers coming down the road saying they come in America. I don't see that anymore. I don't see people at the border.
But the problem is that the reason that we saw so much influx in Biden's administration was because of like destabilization around the world, making people not want to stay in their home country. And militarizing enforcement at the border is not going to stop those destabilizing things from happening.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a fucking lie.
What do you think caused it?
Delusional talk. Because
what do you think caused it?
And what you say, because what we were told,
the immigration
what we were told is that their predicament where they were at, it was so bad that they had to travel to America. That was what we were told. That's why they were getting on cattle and crossing whatever, because of the predicament that they were at, the places that they were at, the countries, location, whatever. There was so much trouble that they need to move to America. That's funny. I find out that that's no longer the case. I don't see.
Are you buying into the narrative that the asylum problem is actually an illegal immigration
If this wasn't the case, if this wasn't the case, why did we see a spike under Trump?
Release.
Wait, why did we see a spike under Trump then? Why did we see a spike under Trump? Dumb fuck. Why did we see a spike under Trump? Dumb fuck.
Martin says with the Big Ten, I agree with Spin. After I saw the news on Minnesota today, we got so-called smart business owners jumping from 4-story buildings. And I don't know what's wrong with the dono goal or why it's like it seems to not be working or something. Maybe if I'll reset it again. But you guys are total right now. You're 1 out of 10 on the dono goal, and you got 30 minutes to finish it so that we can continue the show. Spin, any thoughts on this dono?
Yeah, the dumbass fucking bitch that took $250 million fucking dollars from Feed America or whatever the fuck it was. She got 41 years in prison. She took money. Where do you think that came from? The taxpayers. Just like the rest of the fucking money we're giving these illegal fucks.
Relevant Spin contribution.
True.
Right.
I want to point out the fact, I don't know who the person who's been like talking about the encounters a lot is. I've not really let me screen out.
Calvin.
But I'm just are you under the impression that like the majority of like border encounters like that was going down under Trump's administration? This current?
No, it was under Biden's administration. Hold on, let me finish the thought. Shut your fucking mouth.
Didn't ask you, by the way, Spin. Ask
Shut
Calvin.
your fucking mouth.
I really
Spin, you weren't even addressed.
The most border encounters was in the Biden administration per capita.
Amazing.
In the last 30 years. Shut up.
Amazing.
What's up per capita?
The reason
border encounter per person, bro.
The reason.
Go ahead, Spin.
The reason we have illegal fucks in my country is because of Biden's catch and release. Biden administration tied the hands of the border people, the customs people. You got me so fucking pissed off, but I don't care.
By the way,
he tied the hands. They wouldn't let him do anything about it. Oh, we'll take care of you. Go to New York City. Go to Portland. Go to whatever sanctuary city you could to be protected.
So I just want to be clear. Do you guys?
And then, how about Lincoln Riley
Just
from an illegal?
keep screaming, bro.
I just want to be clear. So if we're using encounters in this way, do you guys believe that like it was for the most part Biden policy that secured the border then?
No, it was Trump's border policy. Biden wanted legislation. Biden had to have legislation to close the border. Let me tell you how that worked out. The day Trump took presidency, he signed an executive order to close the border. That's all that dumb fuck had to do. Any legislation. Fuck you. Fuck your legislation.
And just as a little promo for Sarah here, I just want to say before I jump off your scratch, give me a second.
Go ahead, Vibe. Are you leaving?
Yeah, I'm leaving, and I just
Sure,
wanted to throw this out here. Like you're at 6 out of 10 donos here. I would say this is my personal opinion before I leave. If you can hit the 10 out of 10, Spin can't cuss for 30 minutes.
Oh boy!
And if he does, he has to be kicked off a panel. But if he doesn't, he can stay on panel. That would be my recommendation. If you guys want to see that, hit that dono goal. Hit that. Matter of fact, don't even hit 10 out of 10. Hit 20 out of 20 to get that guy to shut his freaking sailor mouth. Right?
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
I like it. I concur, and I put my vote on that one. You are 6 out of 10 if you complete the dono goal. Spin will be required to either not cuss or he gets booted backstage for 30 minutes. I'm down with it.
So
sorry, Spin, but I love having good conversations, and I never got to my original question, and I have to jump off of here, but I'm letting everybody talk. When it comes to cringy, he's saying illegals. He's got proof that illegals benefit the United States, and I asked everybody on panel, do we want to continue allowing illegals in? And pretty much everybody said, no, we have to have a process. But you guys are freaking cursing all over the place. And effigies like swearing at me that I hate immigrants. I don't hate immigrants. I just want there to be a process. Now, if our process doesn't work, maybe we need to fix the process, right? I'm cool with that. But I'm saying that everybody should be documented when they come in, and we should know what's happening, and we should have some sort of process there. And if they jump over the fence because they're about to get shot, I get that, right? There needs to be a process, but that's not why most people are jumping over the fence. And I think we have to have a process for that. I think it's great that we shut down the border. We have illegals here that have been here for 20 years. We have to deal with that. We can't just ship them back. It is a strain on local governments. Overall, the ones that have been here for a long period of time that are integrated into our system will have a net long-term effect. You guys have to accept that. Stop saying like, I'm so Republican, F them all. Look at the reality and look at the numbers and look at the statistics. So with that, I'm putting my kids to bed.
Good night, Vibe. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me, Sarah. It's always a pleasure.
So I wanted to finish the line of argumentation real quick.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, so my question was, do we accept the fact that the majority of the drop-in from the spike in border encounters happened under the Biden administration?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So why would we contribute like this border enforcement, closing the border, Trump's policies, if it was for the most part under Biden's administration, this drop happened?
What do you mean? You say?
Wait a minute. Slow your fucking roll.
Why would we
say it again?
Drop in border encounters to Trump-era policies if the majority of the drop happened while Biden was president?
Well, I don't know that to be the fact. He said that he probably misunderstood you or misunderstood you. So you can
look in chat right now. I put border encounters for Southwest border encounters. So I don't. The year starts in October, so it's January 2025, and you can see the majority of drops in 2023 happened under Biden.
You're talking about border encounters. That really doesn't really. I don't even know what that means when I'm talking about people jumping the border illegally. In terms of people crossing the border illegally,
the only way we know that
we should just like stop talking. We're wasting time. We're wasting
time if you don't understand how those two numbers correlate at all. Because the only way you actually know who makes it in the country is to correlate which number. The number of encounters you have on the border.
Okay,
come on, man.
Okay. So let's explore what you're saying. So you said we're needing to look at the number. You want to bring up the number of encounters at the border for What's that supposed to help me understand?
Okay, so you might be a little
It's the
confused.
literal only way you know how many people are coming out in the country at one time.
Wait, Calvin, I'm sorry. This is not your fault. This is the media's fault, the news media. So whenever you see news media say illegal border crossings this much, they're talking about border encounters. That's what border encounters are.
Okay.
The CBP does not measure the amount of people who illegally cross the border. It's just a broad.
It's impossible.
Okay, so your point is that the number of counters was lower under Biden.
I said the majority of the drop in border encounters happened under Biden, right? From the big spike into 2023, most of that drop happened under Biden's administration through late 2023 into 2024, and then late 2025.
I said that. Okay, that's irrelevant to what I'm trying to. The point I'm trying to get. The point I'm trying to make is, or contest is that you're saying that putting more people at the border, putting more troops, or whatever the case to be, is ineffective, and that's my point. Is that doesn't make sense logically.
Yep. Well, yeah, it doesn't. Right? I guess you can say it doesn't make sense, but right, we saw like Biden in 2022.
Mr. Scratch.
Stand by for just 1 second. Crowd decided to get ahead of it. He's put it in the back chat. He said, "Kick angry American for cursing. I gave $10. Here's B Sharp coming in. Spin. I'm tucking you to the back, sir. I love you so much."
I just want to say, whoever did that, okay.
I got a question for you real quick.
Don't you worry, he'll be
Yo,
back.
hey.
It's like a cockroach; he never dies.
Oh, we love. But you know what? Spin is always here. He's always dedicated. He never fails to show up. He's always in the chat. He's a big supporter of all of us here.
And he bends time, space, and puts us in a loop.
Hey, give credit at the very least. Give credit where credit is due. Spin is a very big supporter of a lot of the channels around here, even if he disagrees with them. So I will put the credit in the bucket.
Cancer tumor that metastasized and has gone to other body systems. Yeah, I agree.
So basically, and I'm going to drop off. I just want to say that, I mean, just arguing that putting more, that's like saying putting more cops on the street is not going to reduce crime.
It doesn't always do it.
Sometimes that is the case.
Look at Operation Gateway.
So scratch,
where they put more border troops. They put more CBP agents at the border. It literally increased the amount of encounters.
Scratch. So is your argument right now in terms of just crime? Are you saying if we put more cops on the street, that's not going to reduce crime?
I'm not talking about cops. I'm saying if you put more agents at the border, that doesn't necessarily lead to decreased illegal migration or decreased border encounters. And I pointed it out, and I gave numerous examples. Can I finish? I just want to finish, okay? So in 2022 and 2023, Biden negotiated a deal with Mexico to put troops on the border, which they did, and then we also deployed some troops on the border. Encounters kept going up. Clinton, under his administration, did Operation Secure Gateway, right, where they stationed at different intervals CBP agents along the border. Illegal immigration continued to increase, at least the population of illegal immigrants. So it's clear, like just from real life, actual examples that this doesn't work. And I think Cringy previously talked about, right, the difference between circular or cyclical migration patterns versus ones are straight, where if you have an immigration pattern where people are coming to your country, temporarily working here and then leaving, and you militarize the border and you make it illegal for those people to come into the country, that they are actually more incentivized to cross the border once illegally, right, and just stay here rather than doing this process. And that's why we see increased border encounters. That's why we see increased illegal migration with the more people at the border.
By the way, this is like very obviously the case as well. Like you can look at the cost apprehension ratio going up. Like I'm pretty sure our cost apprehension ratio since like 1992 has gone up like 1,000%, and that we have to pay way more money to apprehend like each illegal immigrant that we apprehend. We have to pay way more per. If that was the case, if it was the case that like just investing in border security meant less encounters, that wouldn't be the case.
You keep going to encounters. I could care
encounters are the only way that you can measure crossings.
But Ronaldo, you're missing my point. You're talking to me about encounters. I could care less about encounters. I'm concerned about people crossing the border.
That you were
you don't know how many people. You don't know how many people cross the border. That's the problem. You have no idea.
That's irrelevant.
That is irrelevant. If you don't know how many people cross the border, then you can't be concerned about how many people are crossing the border.
It doesn't matter as long as I'm preventing. As long as I am preventing. as long as I'm preventing something from coming across the border, that's all I care about.
Right.
I can care
If
about
you
the count.
have no way to measure
But it's not
how many
effective at
people
doing it.
coming
It's
across the
irrelevant.
border.
It's irrelevant.
Wait,
It's
wait,
irrelevant.
no, it's not. Wait.
It
How
is
are you,
relevant.
if you don't know how many people are coming across the border, how do you know
It's
your
irrelevant.
policy
As
is
long as I
effective?
know that I'm catching everybody. As long as I know
They're
I'm
not.
catching
They're
everybody.
not.
No, wait,
We're,
how
we're,
do you know
we're
you're
wasting
catching
money and
How
not
do you say-
capturing
how
as
do
many
you say it's
people.
not?
How do you know you're catching
How do
everybody?
you know? How do you
How do
know?
you know you're catching everybody?
So
I got something to ask.
Would you
I
got
said-
a data to
I
measure
said-
the amount of people you're catching versus not catching to see if the policy is effective?
So the point.
I hear you, Kraut. What's up? Just speak up because Calvin's talking complete bullshit.
I'm not talking.
Right, yeah.
Crowd, Crowd, did you want to add in?
Yeah. I just want to. I got a question for E. Hey, much respect, man. Like, but I heard you make a comment like you believe what me and Americans said. It's unconstitutional to deport the people. That may be. I'll give you that for the sake of the argument. But do you think it's a privilege or a right to be in America?
I mean,
don't
it
really know
depends
this
if you were
pertains
born
to
here,
the
right?
argument.
I mean, it's a privilege. We're all privileged, regardless if we're born here or if we migrate here legally. Now, my other thing is, do you think inmates have all the rights that American citizens have that aren't
Honestly,
locked up?
I'm kind of of the opinion that immigration is a right, but I'm not. It's kind of besides the point.
Oh boy.
Well, in
Yeah,
the
but-
entire point of an inmate that you have taken some of their rights away because they've committed a crime, like in that the entire identity of an inmate
Right. And illegal immigrants did what now?
committed a civil infraction, which is not considered a criminal infraction.
Ooh.
All right, but how about if they do it the
Oh,
second time?
if we're going by
Crime
your
then?
letter of the law thing, they committed basically like a finable offense, right?
All right, well, let's look at it as 3 strikes. If they do it a second time, what happens to them? Is it a
Well,
crime
no,
then?
the entire argument, like I said earlier, the entire argument tonight is about people who came and never left. So, are you going to kick them out just to see if they come again, so you can now call it a felony? Like, that's the entire point. This is what I keep pointing to: is that there is a certain hatred for a certain kind of people that is not borne out by the actual severity of the crime you keep blathering about them committing. People being here,
I'm
quote, unquote,
biased. I hate
illegally,
anybody that's not
to me,
American. I'll be real.
like going across an imaginary line to me is not the same as sticking a knife in a guy's back. I don't know. I get that we need as a country to have security and control of our borders. I agree with that. We've talked about how we all agree on that. I will disagree at turning it into an excuse to strip people's rights, like expanding the border to a mile strip. Oh no, I agree.
It is a criminal offense.
Well, no, it's not. It's
No,
essentially
the second time it's a criminal offense. He's right. The first time it's civil, the second time it's criminal.
USC 1326.
Wait, wouldn't you have to prove that they committed that crime? Wait, do you think that you would have to do that or
That's
no?
the dumbest shit I ever heard. Don't you understand how the court system
Clay,
works?
would you have to, whenever you're charging somebody with a felony, would you have to convict them of that felony?
Bro.
The reason he's laughing, by the way, just to be clear, the reason he's laughing is because the answer is yes, and in order to prove somebody committed a felony, they need due process rights. That's why he's laughing and not answering.
On the federal level.
Yeah.
This is all just scapegoatism, right?
I'm sorry that you don't know the law.
Rights are abstract.
I'm sorry you don't understand the law or the INA. It's 8 USC 1325. And second of all, that's only for crossing the border illegally. If you come here legally, right, and then you overstay your visa, that's only a civil infraction, which is why he's saying we're talking about them having illegal status, not the fact that you cross the border illegally.
Ones that are just infractions. Well, that's not every fucking thing, retard. God damn. Oh my god, bro,
I can't comprehend that somebody has the confidence of Clay being so stupid, bro.
I agree with Scalia's. I agree with what Scalia said, that the law is the law. Nothing more, right? It's in black and white. Now, you want to believe that
Scalia, the originalist who would never square the fact that he was originalist and couldn't denounce slavery. Yeah, sure, buddy.
All right. Spins Security came in to secure his seat back. So he chooses to get rid of Scratch.
No, I'm basically cringy though. You can't get rid of cringy. So you can't
get rid of cringy, but I can get rid of Scratch.
Unfortunately, I will be leaving.
Shocker.
Hold up. Hey, I got one more question for you.
Hold the fuck on. So Scratch and Rinnyald, you are to the back, and he wants to bring himself and Balderson up. So backstage, I will have Scratch and Rinnyald.
Bro, why do I even go on these panels anymore? It's just fucking retard city.
Get either of them
Holy.
back up. You know the drill. You got to pay the fee to kick
Such a
someone
fucking
else
waste of
off
time.
and out of
Oh my
here so
God.
that you can.
This dude is a content terrorist.
Grant the seat back.
Okay, so I'm going to be leaving. So
Yeah.
if anyone has a question, now is the
No,
time.
yeah. I got one more
Let's
question
go
for you,
ahead.
bro.
Hold on. Let's let Azvarun go. He's always very quiet and waits very patient. Go ahead, Azvarun.
I'm
What's
probably
your
just
name,
leaving
sir?
whenever
Like
Cringy leaves.
you're next to me, right? Like your
Cringy
full name?
liberal.
Cringy
Okay.
liberal.
Yeah, I just had a question for you, sir. In a country, when you have an immigration system, why is it that the government hasn't created like that system in the US where only like immigrants with skills are allowed to immigrate into the country and not any kind of person? And also, why haven't they made that rule that they should actually follow the culture and the customs of the country rather than try to impose their will and their way of life? Like, don't you think it's good to have immigrants who follow the culture, who follow the norms, and who are skilled as well, rather than get more people from these countries who are illegal, who actually like make a mess of things? Because in my country, what happened was that there was a lot of illegal immigration from the nation of Bangladesh into West Bengal. Now, later on, the plot was uncovered, and the ISI agency in Pakistan wanted to infiltrate Bengal, and fill it with the minority community, the Muslims, so that we would lose balance. We would lose the chicken neck of our nation. It's called Arunachal Pradesh, and China would have an edge over us. Illegal immigration didn't benefit us in any way. So your stance on illegal immigration is that it actually like they may benefit the people, but I haven't seen any such benefit come to us in our country. There are a lot of illegal immigrants even in our country, so we're slowly scanning who are here and who is not here, and we have an identity card called the Aadhaar card to scan people if they're citizens or not. So if they don't integrate and if they're not citizens who are skilled, actually, don't you think they'll end up becoming a burden on the society?
They do integrate. We have a large Hispanic population in America, and in America, we allow for a lot of we allow for a lot more cultural diversity, anyways. So generally, it just isn't a problem here. I understand it's a problem in other places. Isn't a problem here.
Yeah, that's one of the considerations people don't seem to have is that the Southwest United States splits an ethnic area. Like Mexico is not the only place where Hispanic people are from. The Southwest U.S. is also an ethnic area that is culturally like connected to those people historically. So like it's not like they're coming into a place where they're not from as far as the Southwest U.S. Like no, most of these people are like.
Did he tap out?
Any other questions?
I got a question.
I just have a statement, and I have a question. What do you have to go back and play your fucking Call of Duty? You fucking degenerate fuck.
I couldn't even think of the insult.
Or whatever you were fucking playing and being an asshole and disrespecting Sarah. Answer the question.
That's why you got here, bro.
Holy cow.
Shut the fuck up.
I actually have to go pack for tomorrow morning since I have to.
Yeah, go back to your mommy's fucking basement, you fucking crybaby.
That's Finn.
Any of your all spike for the ages.
Any of your
Shut up, you disrespectful fuck. She's talking.
Any of your final thoughts to the panel, Cringy, before you head out?
I didn't expect this to be so easy, honestly. I thought I could better arguments.
Hey, look, Cringe, I got a question for you because I think Eve bounced. I got a question for you. Oh no, Eve's back in. All right, Eve, we can't just say, illegals have a right to be here because rights are abstract. Now, Andrew Wilson, big fan of him, he calls them arbitrary, but definitionally, he's actually wrong about that.
You're missing the point.
Arbitrary. No. The point is, rights are more abstract. We came up with them through
How do you
ideas.
find out they're illegal? How do you find
them
they're
coming
out there?
in-
By them
by
having
them
rights
commi-
that force you to have due process, right?
CL, it was
Right.
good to see you.
This is why the Constitution applies to every human being
let
here,
him
not just
argue with
citizens.
Cringy so
I don't
Cringy
think
can leave.
Insult that wasn't the
Yeah,
N-word.
abuse of constitutional rights, that's a legal question. Not, I don't really see this.
What
being
I'm
a
saying
moral
is, when we find out who the illegals are, we can deport them. We can't base our morals off of rights because they are abstract and they can change. If we based our morals on rights, than
Certain
250
laws,
years
fucking
ago.
retard.
I don't have to spell it out
Illegal
for you,
presence
but
is fucking
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So we have to base it on
Sure
more.
about it. Okay. Thanks
Rights
for the
are
conversation, everybody.
literally the extension of
Appreciate
our
the easy
morals.
arguments. They're easy to rebut. Hope you guys read through all the sources I sent. If you go to my link tree and go to my notes, I have a over 100-page immigration document, so you can see all my citations. I love you all.
Goodbye, cringy.
Later, cringe.
America,
what do
you too hard on him, man. He a young boy.
Rights are the extensions of our morals into law.
He needs
right?
his fucking Kraut. He needs his fucking brain reset and get off the fucking top of the pick.
Give him 10 more years, man. He's not a typical liberal. He wasn't crying. Give him 10 more years. He'll come around.
He'll come around.
Is Rin on the back?
He'll get older.
Yes, backstage, I've got Rinnycast and looks like Scratch left too. So it's just Rinnycast hanging backstage.
Well, he can take my spot. I'm getting off. Hey, yeah, no disrespect. You know, we have disagreements. You're a cool dude, though. I just wanted to come back on and share my opinion about that. That we can't base it entirely on rights. Rights can change, and regardless if people may feel it's against their rights to deport them, 250 years ago, a group of people didn't have rights. Would you say that's okay because their rights weren't in the Constitution? So you can't base that arguments on rights because they're abstract.
Talking about like the
change
legal
at any given moment.
Okay, Kraut, let me ask you a question. Would you agree that an illegal alien that has come into my fucking country has rights?
No.
Absolutely
No,
not.
American citizens have rights. Not
You're
to mention,
damn right.
would you let somebody in your house and you didn't know they were there?
Shut up, Effigy.
Go back to school, you morons. You
maybe need to go back to school, Effigy. You want to know why you need to go back to school? Let me ask you a question. If an illegal alien came to your house, knocked on your door, are you going to invite him in?
They would know that what they just said was absolutely fucking
shit all about it. You don't know a
Wow.
goddamn.
Answer my question. If an illegal invader came to your door, Effigy,
They have
and
rights.
knocked
What?
on it, would you welcome them in and their family? And guess what? They ain't
How do
got
I
no
know they're
money.
illegal?
Excuse me?
Do I know it just by looking at them that they're illegal?
They probably won't speak English.
Well, then it would surprise me a great deal how they got all the way to my house.
They're in everybody's neighborhood, dumb fuck.
I live in a really heavy immigrant area. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Okay, answer the question. Answer the question. Would you open your door to an illegal invader and just welcome them in with open arms and support them?
This is a non sequitur. I would help.
It is
them, yes.
It is not a non sequitur. It's a question.
You're putting up a
Answer it. Answer the question.
I would be like, no, you can't fit in my apartment, but here, I'm going to help you find a place because I'm nice. And
you're gonna pay for it, and then they're gonna come back and ask for a handout.
American, you're asking the wrong question. He doesn't know they're in his house. He does not know they are in his house.
Well, I think actually the bigger question would be: Would you let a complete stranger who you have not vetted into your home? I think that would be the more appropriate question there. Because
would you?
No, we wouldn't be able to necessarily tell are you illegal or illegal if somebody just knocked at my door, right?
Or if your neighbor let somebody in your house without telling you.
Or if your neighbor, yeah. But even at that, like, would I just let anyone in my home without vetting them first? And I think that speaks more to allowing illegal immigration versus legal immigration. And in terms of legal immigration, we are vetting them and there's a process, just the same as it would take for you to get to know your neighbor before you invite them over for dinner, right? Whereas illegal would be some random person knocks at your door and you just open it and they come on in.
Just out of curiosity,
answer that one, Effigy.
Is the only reason that
it's a flawed analogy. The exact
same.
It's
not a flawed analogy.
It's an absolutely fucking flawed analogy. It's the exact same as saying like the U.S. budget is the same as my checkbook. It's a flawed fucking analogy, and it holds no water.
Just wondering.
And that's a typical deflection of a liberal's fucking response.
Is the only reason the left-wing people up here is to like keep reiterating that illegal immigration isn't ideal? Like,
I got
No, he's a radical fucking liberal.
No,
We should give everybody everything.
The only way it holds water is if you bought the house with the people already in it. Right?
Just out of curiosity, is the only
if you say that, Rocky, then you're actually advocating. So don't say that.
Is the only reason why the liberals are up
we
here?
all know that you would start proselytizing to them like a Jehovah's Witness, telling them about
Is the only reason
about Satan's little season, and about half an hour into it, they'd be like, "You know what? Mexico was great. I'm going the fuck back."
Is the only reason that the liberals are here just to repeatedly say that illegal immigration isn't ideal, but that's not what we're talking about? I feel like we've said that like a billion different times, but for some reason we keep asking questions to illustrate whether or not we think illegal immigration is ideal. I don't know how many times everybody needs to say no before we.
Okay, it goes. That's a stupid fucking analogy. Illegal immigrants benefit America. Tell me one reason. Tell me one reason, Ringworm, how an illegal immigrant benefits America.
Well, if you're listening at the beginning, Spin, you would know that they're a fiscal benefit. You would know that your own fucking people on your own sides agree that they're a fiscal benefit.
There's the fucking strong man. There's the
I don't even know if you know what a straw man is. I didn't even characterize your argument. How is that a straw man?
Right before he left, actually
Strong
pointed
man.
this out to you. So the Fed benefits, private people benefit, but the state and local governments 100% pay out the ass.
Wait, how much are you talking? When you say that the state,
When you say that the billion compared to 90 billion, okay.
How much do they give into the federal?
Twice as much gets paid out because it's about 182 million. This is just base level. This isn't.
Where are you getting this number?
All the other programs, right? So
where are you getting this number?
Just base level welfare,
Directly from the mouths of people who hate illegal immigrants.
Emergency services, and the biggest conflict here is the education. Okay.
Can you link where you're getting this number?
Does cost about what I think I saw like 50 to 60 billion dollars just on that alone. So it actually comes out.
Yeah. Do many of those things that cost
where you're
money
getting these numbers
that we all can benefit from?
Billion on these local levels.
Can you link where you're getting these numbers from?
90 billion is what the figure is for taxing. So you bring in 90 billion, but you pay out 182 billion.
He's not.
Can you link where you're getting these numbers from?
I gave it to you. It's in the back. It's still in the back. I already gave it. Yeah,
that house
your
number
that one friend didn't like it, but it came from the government.
I go down to
I'm not seeing any link from you in the back. I see no link from you in the back. House.gov. Oh my.
Have you ever heard of House?
Guys, Nancy Pelosi told me. That's how I know it's true.
Yeah, it's in your DMs.
I'm on your side. I'm on your
Nancy
side.
Pelosi's the biggest fucking thief in the fucking system, dumbass.
I guess we're all
The
just
matter is that on the local level, people suffer. The feds win, the private individuals win, but you still get taxed on the local level, right? So the local and state governments still take your money, right? So you're going to pay out more in the end. Now, the citing that CL made was just one study, but the House.gov.
He's citing an institute who was created to make these numbers exist. Like that's
Yeah,
literally
I mean,
what
you're literally
citing,
just
dude.
citing the politicians told me so. So this is kind of a
No,
weak
you're citing a
libertarian
literal
thing, but I'm
institute
reading
that was
through it.
made to make these numbers
Pardon me
exist.
for just a moment. Kraut, did you want to say any final words to the panel before you leave?
No, I mean, yeah, I guess a 10-second thing that sum it up. I rather, regardless of how little or how much American money is going to illegal immigrants, I don't want a dollar going to them before or American citizens who are being taken care of. Once again, I'll sum it up. Rights are abstract. We can't base what we do in life entirely on rights. We got to base it on morality in general. Because, America or the colonies wasn't the greatest time back in the day, after we fought the Brits, So yeah, rights on an end all be all basically. So that argument is flawed. And last thing is, again, people locked up don't have all the same rights that American citizens don't have. So it's it doesn't make sense to argue the point that illegal immigrants had all the rights. So that's it.
Average Andrew Wilson fan.
Much love. Even to the disagreements.
Just out of
I'll be back on for what?
just to be clear, this thing that Clay linked to me, it's the same exact thing that we already addressed. It's the fact that it's measuring the impact of the children against the illegal immigrants, but it's not measuring the benefit that those illegal immigrants' children bring to the country as well. Right? Why would you only measure the fiscal negative of the illegal immigrant children, but not the benefit that the children bring?
I can't help you're retarded, bro. You'll grow up.
Yeah, no, man. No answer. I wouldn't be able to answer that in Clay's shoes either. I get it.
You didn't ask a question, Ringo.
My answer is, why didn't they measure the positive effects of the children? Why didn't they measure the positive effects of the children, Clay?
Positive effects of the children. You mean
well, first of all, you cited
rhetorical laugh.
First of all, Ringworm,
I always know that it's a good question whenever the conservatives just don't answer it. That's how I know it's a good question.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
Why would you even bring up Nancy Pelosi? She's nothing but a cum-guzzling fucking tuna queen.
I mentioned Nancy Pelosi because I love her so much, and I get all of my politics from her, Spin City. That's why. I was like, Nancy Pelosi loves illegal immigrants, so I know that I must love illegal immigrants. That's why I brought her up.
Oh, good. Why don't you go fucking suck on her tits some more?
I have
just
already,
like all you fucking libtards.
I've already spent like 12 hours doing it. How much more time do I have to do it, Spin?
Tuna queens in the fucking Senate.
Of witty
I think Spin just wants to see it happen. He's like,
do you know who benefits from the illegal? You know, the children.
Who benefits, Rocky? Say it, Rocky. Who benefits, Rocky?
The children that are trapped.
That boxcar mustache, Rocky.
Children for the Catholic. For the Catholic Church, pedos benefit.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where I was expecting that to go, but not to the Catholic Church. I applaud you for keeping me on my toes, buddy.
It's not done yet.
And the Masonic order.
Oh no, not the Masons.
Shut the fuck up.
I should have bought some
Who do
tinfoil.
you think's benefiting? What do you think all this?
Rocky, let the big boys handle this.
We don't
Let the big boys
benefit.
handle
Spin
it.
City saying this, by the way.
American people. The American people benefit? No.
Yep. Oh yeah, they do.
Let me ask.
Yes, absolutely, we do.
Since you clearly did.
Maybe
I benefit. Look, I benefit from this.
pick some fruit.
Do you realize that the education?
I would like to have a couple slaves.
Literally
Can I go to
12?
Mexico and bring a couple slaves across the border?
Oh my
no,
God.
you
Why
can't
not?
enslave people. That would be
What a
like bringing them
question.
over here against their will and
Well,
forcing
they
them.
could work for their
The one guy
freedom.
that wanted to talk about like the morality of everything. Yeah, I think like slavery is pretty immoral.
Based upon the K through 12, right?
Clay, I can't hear what you're
Rocky,
saying,
I'm
buddy.
digging the mustache though.
I know because Rocky's a retard.
They worked for me for 5 years.
We're both on the same
When
side.
Clay's saying it, it's like really bad.
And I will give them their citizenship.
This dude's just
I know
yapping,
you
bro.
would.
I swear to God.
Anyway, so beyond all
That's
that, so
what the Democrats want to do. They want to make everybody legal.
the biggest portion of the biggest portion of the 182 billion, which is 78 billion, is based upon K through 12 education.
Okay.
That's the children. The thing that you say the study doesn't take into account is the children.
Wait, it's measuring the
$78
benefit of
billion
the children?
Is the portion, the largest portion.
So it's like I said, the biggest part of the expense you're pointing
The
to
largest
is
portion
are
of
the
their
things
of
in
their benefit?
society
No,
that
I'm
are meant to
answering-
benefit all of us.
And I'm answering his question, Effigy. Maybe you weren't here for the conversation.
You're saying that this says that the
I
largest.
watched every second of your stupidity tonight.
What I noticed about the left and the right is you guys are so retarded that you don't realize that I don't care about the money. I just don't like the lies. The lies. You're trying to tell people that it's not costing them anything, but you're lying.
We're
I
asking
don't
you.
care about the cost.
No one said that.
I'm asking you.
No one
I
said
don't
no.
care.
Once again,
is this
you're
study-
the liar. You're
Is
the one
this-
straw manning.
Cost me 20
Over and
bucks.
over, over and over. You
But
straw man,
instead of
over and over.
Looking in my wallet and seeing that I've got maybe $30 because I have
Catastrophic
50.
claim.
I've
We never
actually
said they
only
cost
got
nothing. We
40.
said they are of
I've
greater
actually only got
benefit.
10 in there, so you actually took 40 out. You actually took 40, not 20.
No,
What
you're
I
just
care
dumb.
about is the lies. You're lying.
We're asking you. Is it the case
telling me
that this
there's no
study?
cost.
Where
You're
where is
incapable
it?
at this point of understanding.
Wait, I
No
have to
one
ask a very
said-
simple question.
No one said there's not a cost. They said
Just
the
a very
benefit
simple
outweighs
question.
it.
Where in this?
More
Where in
than
this?
anything, I just don't want to be lied to.
You're
Stop
so
lying.
fucking stupid, Clay.
in
Tonight.
this
Tonight
in
you
this thing
are
that you linked,
on stupid pills.
in this thing that you
Is
linked,
a
where does it
cost.
measure the
Is there a cost? Is there
Clay,
a cost?
I'm asking you a question.
Is there a cost?
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question about the thing that you linked me. Where in this document does it measure the benefit of the children?
Bro, there's like a whole bunch of studies links down
You
on
didn't,
the
you didn't read the fucking report.
The one that you sent me, the House report. The one that you sent me, the House report.
Bones of Doom suck on my dick.
The House report. I'm asking you about the House report that I got
Go down
linked.
to the bottom. Go down all the way down to where the citations are and go explore.
Which one?
What, to page 20? Wait, no, I'm asking you, this is representing the fiscal deficit. So I'm asking you, where in this report does it cite that the children's benefit?
Study. Don't trust my word and stop lying to me, telling me that it doesn't cost me.
There's a reason why you can never answer any question I ever ask you, Clay. There's a reason. There's a reason you're not answering this.
I just did. What are you talking about?
Where does this report? Where does this report? No, you just said stop lying to me. I'm not lying to you. I'm asking you a question. Can you show me where in this report? Where in this report does it measure the fiscal benefit of the immigrant children?
How is it
Wait, I have a question for Rinnyal.
Asking me a question back. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Wait, Clay, I have a question for him real quick. How do you want it to be measured? Are you wanting a projection?
Hold on, you're all kind of talking at once, and I can't hear anyone at this point. Let's go one at a time.
Okay, I have a question.
If I have a
now
couple
that I've answered your
slaves
question.
and they
She
work
didn't
for
answer my
me,
question, but that's fine.
Rocky, one at a fucking time. Do you not
I
understand
was
that? It's
talking first. Do you not understand? I was talking first. I got a
Come
question.
on, dude.
Bro, we have to hear about the Freemasons, Clay.
Yes,
I have a couple slaves. Do I get their fiscal
liberty and the
benefit?
earth is flat. Yeah, it's great, bro.
I want a fiscal benefit.
God damn. So, answer me this.
Yeah.
If you can. Does it not cost to house illegal immigrants, whether in prison or some type of housing or even temporary housing like a shelter?
In some cases, yes.
Okay, so it does cost me.
In
Yes,
all
the question
cases,
is
dumb
the question
Very
is
good. I'm done.
the question
I'm
is
done.
whether or
It
not the
costs.
cost outweighs the benefits. That's the
wasted all
question.
our
That's how
time
you
on that flex.
that's how you measure deficits, right? If
It's
I have to
gonna
pay
come out of my
$20
pocket.
and I get
It's gonna come out
$500
of my
back,
pocket.
I technically had to pay it, but I got more back. That's kind of just how deficits work. But
Okay, Ringworm.
Oh.
Ringworm. I got one actual
ready for
question,
the
and I will
dialogue
say
saver,
this
Spin City. I'm ready.
very fucking. Was is very
Admitting the
nice.
truth, it does cost.
It does cost.
Not net.
You
Not
guys are
net.
shadow
Hold
boxing.
the fuck on. She just fucking said one at a time. Shut the fuck up.
That's the way taxes work. Is you take it from me now. You take it.
Yes.
That means it's a cost to me.
Yes.
You might give it back, but it's still a cost.
Yeah,
That's the
nobody's
way that
contesting that. Nobody's contesting that. The prompt is
Yes,
whether or not
you
they're
are. You're saying,
beneficial.
well, you are. You're saying it only costs you for now. That means it doesn't cost you.
And yeah.
Clay, just because you can't understand the words that I'm saying, that doesn't mean you get to do a doofy laugh, all right? You don't get to do a doofy laugh if you're genuinely just doofy, buddy. You don't get to do straw man voices if you're fucking retarded, Clay. You don't get to do that.
Can I ask an actual
Didn't you fucking say one at a time?
Did you say he doesn't get to doofy laugh if he's doofy? Because that seems like the
Correct,
exact
yeah.
time you want to make that laugh.
Well, I'm saying you can't do like the
question.
sarcastic doofy laugh if you're doofy. I'm sorry. In the same way that you can't do a straw man voice if you're retarded, right? Because everything you say is a straw man, right?
So my question, Ringworm, to you is:
Ready.
all of the illegal fucks that came into my country, because obviously you don't want to be in this country.
I
that
love
came
this
in
country
there
more
and
than
had
you
a
do, big
fucking
dog.
Child. Shut up. Anybody that come into this country illegally that now had a child, guess what? What happens and what would be the cost to deport the people? And then now, if they don't take their fucking anchor baby with them, how much is it going to cost the taxpayers to house them in foster care or put them in a fucking rest home or whatever?
Same amount that it costs to give benefits to any citizen, Spin. Same amount that it costs to house any citizen, right?
Prove you wrong.
They're citizens. So, I mean, probably the same amount that it costs everybody else.
Oh, so you think it's okay? You and Bones and fucking Effigy and all these other libtards on this motherfucker think
Rather be
it's
libtarded
okay
than retarded.
to strain the system some more And you cannot
This
tell
dude
me
is screaming
where the
faster than
money
he can
comes
even
from?
think of the critiques, bro. He is screaming and pausing in the middle because he doesn't even know where he wants to take his sentence. Just calm down.
Because he's running out of breath, y'all. He's like,
Yes, we believe in the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. Yeah. Sorry.
You're telling. Go ahead, Ringworm. Tell them that it doesn't cost something.
I'm telling
Why
you,
would you say something that he
the benefits outweigh the cost. That's been the claim the
There's
entire time.
no benefit.
Can I ask this man a real
Listen
question?
to me. Bounce your head off the desk a minute.
Why, so I can get on your level?
You are telling me that the benefit to the system or the strain to the system outweighs the benefits of these fucking
No, I actually told you the
illegal
exact
facts.
opposite. I told you the exact opposite. The benefits
No,
outweigh
you
the
didn't.
costs, is what I said.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Turn up the hearing aid, Spin.
You
I don't know what to tell you. I literally did say that the benefits outweigh the costs.
It
Can I ask him a
benefits
question?
us to have illegal people in our country.
He's saying the
benefits
benefit
what?
outweighs the cost. He's saying the benefit outweighs the
You're
cost. Can I ask the man
absolutely
a question now?
wrong. You're absolutely wrong. The strain on the system right now is because of these people. There is no benefit.
Wait, where are
to
you reading
an
that, Spin?
illegal motherfucker to be in this country.
Where are you
What
reading that?
Don't you libtards understand?
Where are you
Really,
reading
you
that?
think that after looking at the strain on the system from actual people on welfare who are citizens of the United States, you think the strain is the cost of illegal immigrants? Really?
Yeah, the 20-year-old
Really?
people
The
coming here to work
biggest
construction,
strain,
all the
the
healthcare
biggest
that they
strain.
get. Yeah,
Oh my God, you people fucking make me want to drink, and I don't even fucking drink.
Maybe it'd make you smarter.
No, it might make you dumber.
I don't even know how that would make sense, but Slay.
No,
If I could harbor
we
a
can
couple-
see the pain
There
of
was
forming brain
with
cells
me
on your
with me
face.
on
It would
with me
definitely make
on
you better.
something that was legally ingested. I became smarter than I am now. I will insult you, make you cry, and make you rage quit. Trust me.
That's a little freaky, Spin. I don't know if I'm into you like that, buddy. You're gonna choke me?
Dude,
That's
if
a little
I could
wild.
reach through this, dude, if I could reach through this screen right now, I'd strangle you.
Whoa, I condemn
maybe
political violence, by the way. I condemn political violence. I don't know about you guys. I don't know. This is the violent right. This is the violent right. I condemn political violence personally. I don't know about you guys.
Well, but you don't condemn going to a protest line and throwing rubber dicks at fucking cars, do you?
That would be political violence. That's political violence. Yeah, I condemn.
That was done by the left in Minnesota. Would you like to
Wait,
show
we
you the
condemn
link?
this. We condemn this, you fucking bumbling retard. What are
You
you
don't
talking
condemn it. Bones, how the fuck can you condemn it when your
you
side of the aisle did it?
Hey, Spin, would
Easily,
you trade?
easily. What? So wait. Shut the fuck up, Rocky. Shut the fuck up, Rocky. We don't need a 40 IQ
Immigrant or
retard
bear?
talking, okay, we don't need a 40 IQ retard talking. Okay, shut
Bro, the
fuck
immigrant
up.
or the bear?
Anyways,
already got one.
I Bones of Doom condemn
my God,
the
Sarah,
leftist
I'm gonna
throwing
I'm
dicks
gonna
at people
fucking
and
punch
harming
the
them.
fucking
Okay, I
monitor.
condemn it. Okay, there you go, Spin City. That's how you condemn shit. So, anyways, go on.
Wait, Spin, you're in a forest, okay, and you come across, or do you feel more safe if you come across a bear or an illegal immigrant? I'm just wondering.
A bear?
Okay.
A bear.
The
A bear.
Holy fuck.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
bear.
I could.
The bear.
If I got a gun and he ain't got a gun, then the
May
immigrant-
I mention a name, Lincoln Riley? Would you
yes.
say, hold on, shut the
Yes,
fuck
pro
up.
clutch. Let's pro clutch.
Shut
was
the
waiting.
fuck
There was
up.
one guy.
Shut the fuck up.
Please, Spin City, pro clutch even harder. Okay,
Answer your own
I want you to make a
dumbass
grasp.
question,
I want you to
Ringworm.
grasp
Bros
those
make it
pro-
around.
Answer
I
your
want your
own
hands to
question,
fucking bleed
Ringworm.
when you
I would
grasp
rather
them.
come
you
across the
feel
illegal
safe?
immigrant than the bear, big dog.
Would you feel safe around that illegal immigrant that raped, or excuse me, sorry, said the word. Sorry, Sarah.
Thing we're on.
Mean to. That raped a child and killed a U.S. citizen, or would you be worried about the bear that is going to run away?
Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess, Spin City. Do you think I'd
Answer
be okay with
the
that?
question. Don't
Take a wild
deflect.
guess. Who knows? Who knows if
Don't
I'd be okay with
deflect.
that, really?
Answer the question.
I condemn. That's my answer. I condemn.
Yeah.
You
That's
condemn-
my- yeah,
you
you
condemn what?
gentleman to try and make a point.
You condemn
You're making the
what?
right look bad. You're making the right
Put
look
the
bad
law
because you're
based
taking this
person.
awkward boomer stance, and it's
It's
not
not
the
a
way to
boomer
approach
stance, it's fact.
but I'm saying there's another way to approach this. We could have hit it maybe 10 minutes ago.
I fucking want to. Shut the fuck up.
The only reason you even know Lincoln Riley's name is that you specifically hate the kind of person that did it to her. It's not even about the act that was done to her. It's about the kind
I do
of
not
person.
hate
That's the only
immigrants.
reason you know her
Let me
name.
be
Yes, you
very
do.
clear.
I hate
immigrants. Yes, you do. Yes,
I
you do.
want to be very fucking clear. I do not
I
hate
can't tell.
immigrants.
Your mic keeps-
I hate illegal ones.
This dude has the Klansman hood on. And he's like, I don't hate black people.
Well, that's the only way I can get a fucking word in edgewise
Well, then
because
it's
you
not
fuckers
clear.
don't abide
Well,
by
then it's not
rules.
clear. Wait, then Spin City, it's not clear.
And you got fucking guest panelists up here playing fucking games while you're trying to do a debate. Shut up!
Yeah, using a dead
Absolutely.
woman to try and make a moral point, you piece of shit.
I caught a rapist. I
Trying to be
chain
a fucking moral
motherfucker.
The only piece of shit on this panel is you, Effigy, with your dumbass conspiracy theories. Shut up!
The rest of it fucking
Ooh. Wait, I'm not a piece of shit,
If I
Spin?
caught a-
Thanks, buddy.
If I
You're
caught a
close.
rapist,
You're close.
if I caught a rapist,
Spin
I
City,
would
look.
chain the
Ooh,
motherfucker up,
spooky.
Thank you, Rocky.
make him a slave under me for the rest of its life.
Answer the question, Ringworm.
Thanks for pointing that out. I already said I condemn. What do you want from me?
You condemn what? You didn't answer the question. You deflected
The
like
murder
you
of
fucking
Lincoln Riley.
dumbass does all the
I condemn
time.
that.
I have to understand when he gets really upset, he starts like losing parts of his memory. That's
Would
why
you
he asks
rather?
over and over.
Would you rather be safe with an illegal immigrant
Glitches in his brain.
than a bear?
I would feel more safe with an illegal immigrant than a bear. I think I already answered that too, buddy. I don't know if the dementia comes with the hearing loss
an
or
illegal immigrant can do.
Knowing that they commit crimes at a far
what
less
the
rate
fuck
than
can a
even
bear
citizens.
do, buddy? I feel like I could take an illegal immigrant more than I could take a bear.
They've already committed a crime, Effigy.
They've committed one
Yes,
crime,
the
one
hardened
single
criminals and
solitary
people
crime.
walking
Like,
across the border.
You cross my border without permission. Whether
All
it's
of
a
these
civil
people-
crime
all
or a
of these
criminal
people have
charge.
crossed the
They
street
committed
without
a
a
crime.
crosswalk.
Get it through your beady fucking dumbass head.
Man,
You're
I
gonna
got a
hunt
question
down everyone
for
who ran a
liberals.
stop sign
How do you
too.
feel about private property rights?
Maybe shave your fucking hair off like Balderson and maybe it'll sink in a little better.
How do you feel about private property rights? for the
Clay,
liberals?
can I please? I've been waiting for like
Yes,
15
yeah,
minutes.
yeah, please.
Let me ask
Go ahead.
one question, just one,
Right,
to Reynolds. Right?
Ready.
What is the
Reynolds.
metric? What is the metric you use to predict or project that children will be so and so benefit, whatever benefit financially?
Because it's just
Fiscal benefit?
all of the studies show that that's the case, right? When you take out the rot that or the deficit that comes from the illegal immigrants' children, then it shows that illegal immigrants are a net benefit to the fiscal. And if you include the benefits of the illegal immigrant children, then they're a net benefit to the fiscal. I could cite you a study or whatever if you want me to.
The benefit to who?
Hold on, man.
The deficit.
It's fiscal.
They're a benefit to the deficit. That means they cost money. You just lost your own argument.
That's what
Shut
fiscal
up,
means.
Spin. Let us have a conversation without your stupidity for 5 seconds.
Bro, he paid 50 hard-earned dollars to come up here and spurg out for no reason. They will not take
No,
my
I
right to
don't.
spurg.
Let me tell you, I pay a hell of a lot more and support Sarah a hell of a lot more than $50 fucking dollars.
My
So
bad,
you better shut
$200.
the fuck up.
No,
And I haven't
$200.
seen you
$2,000?
donate not one motherfucking thing.
All
Half of you motherfuckers
I'm the content
haven't even
bringer. I'm the
donated
content
a
bringer.
damn dime.
I'm the content bringer.
Half of you motherfuckers up here don't even donate a damn dime. So you know what? That puts me on the train.
Bro,
dude.
I'm having the
So
debates,
shut
bro.
your fucking mouth.
I'm getting scheduled for the debates, bro.
I've donated my time and money to Sarah's
Did I
stuff.
say
donated
bones?
a lot of
Did I say bones? Did I say bones?
Well, you kind of
Well,
have to,
luckily-
because what you're giving us up here isn't worth a damn.
Luckily, I'm donating more than Sping ever could in a whole debate with Aircraft Sparky in a couple weeks. So,
Oh, good advertisement. W.
Yeah, so back to the question, right? Like when somebody says benefit of the children in the future, right? We assume that they're working. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where's the metric for that? How do we know what, on average, how many children of illegal immigrants will be working? We don't even have.
Hold on, I can Google
complete
around real
data
quick
on
and I'll
illegal
find it for you.
immigrants, correct?
I can Google
listen.
around and I can find it for you.
First of all, another problem is saying something like all the studies show, right? You would agree when somebody says all the studies show, that's probably.
I'm saying the studies that take this into account or that factor for this.
He's going to Google the 2036 study.
You know that
10 years
Child
from now.
Protective services. say
How do they
lose
take into
80%
account
of
illegal,
children.
undocumented, right? How do you take into account undocumented people? Like
We
how
can read-
many of
we can
them
read
there
the
are,
study.
how many children they have?
I'm
Are
pulling
they
it up
on the
right now.
census?
Nope, they're not on the census. Or well, oh yeah, they are on the census. Sorry, my bad. Yes, they are on the census.
Well, so
Using
is
child
that data
trafficking.
skewed? Is it potentially skewed?
We can read through the study if you want me to.
No.
I'm not asking you to read through the study. I'm asking you if you
Well, you're
agree or
asking me
not.
like
if it's
in-depth
potentially
methodology
skewed.
questions, so it sounds like you are asking me to read through the study.
No, I'm asking you as a person, your opinion, right? Do you think that that data could be skewed at all?
You would have to give me a convincing reason that it is skewed.
The fact that you
Allowing-
cannot document these people, right? You know they're
Allowing-
undocumented. We've
If
already
they pay
we
through
already
if
know
they pay
that.
through ITNs, we can measure how much comes from those people. No,
No,
You
not the
allow
children.
children.
No, you're
Shut up,
projecting
Rocky!
into the future. You're projecting into the future
I-
what
I-
their
I-
children
we
might
can-
or
I
might
can-
not
I can
do.
look up the methodology of this study if you're asking me about it, and I can get back to you. Just give me a second.
But you know it, right?
Not
you
off
make
the top of my
claim
head.
that
No,
they are
not
a
off
benefit.
the top of my
You
head.
should know it.
Not off the top of my head.
Is it suspicious at all what I'm mentioning right now? Like that
I'm
it
gonna
might
read.
be
I'll
hard
read
to-
the methodology and I'll get back to you. I don't know.
That's
what
fair.
you're
No,
asking
that's
of
fair.
me.
Hostile. When you talk about the children of immigrants, are you just talking about U.S. born citizens?
No, illegals, illegal immigrants.
What about the children from these immigrants that are trafficked to the Catholic?
Oh my God! Please get this man off the fucking panel. This
New
guy's said
word.
nothing.
Coined a new
This
word.
guy's literally said nothing. He's
I
like
just
actually
coined
less
more.
useful than fucking Spin City has been to this panel.
Tell him to
Like,
stop
it's-
shaving and
it's
informing us fair
crazy.
Yahtzees.
It's crazy how we've
Trafficking
accomplished someone who's more
across the
useless to the
border
dialogue
is
than
not a
Spin City.
You know,
I
the
thought he was
CPS,
baby shaving his mustache to match the
they
part where
lose
Bones
Thank you,
baby
Balderson,
was
for
in.
your well-timed contribution. I'm sure it'll bear out for you in a couple of years.
the biggest child trafficking people are child protective
All right, so
services.
let's not, Rocky. Come on, man.
Okay.
Can you say something that's
There-
like coherent
there-
and like
there-
contributes to the
there's-
panel?
Okay, I'm sorry I mentioned the files, but
Go ahead,
know,
Rocky.
okay, the files.
He's mentioning the Epstein.
What the fuck is the Epstein files?
Hold
have to
on.
do with it?
We're gonna here's why. Okay. Here's why I'm gonna let Rocky talk. It's been 20 minutes into the dono goal and not a one has come in. So I get to play it my way. Rocky, go ahead, my love. Torture the chat until they pay.
Okay, they're using this whole border thing to destroy the country of America. They got trafficking of children across the border through these illegal immigrants, and they can just come across the border, and you know, a lot of them they're snatched up by these CPS, which has been found to have 80% of their children in their system get lost in the system. And this system is designed for, you know, like Epstein shit. And our government is like really corrupt, and we need to take it back over and you know, listen to the right side of your brain. You know, Jesus is don't listen to your left side, listen to your right side. You know, you're warring against yourself, and you need to be on the right side. And you know, you can't deny what's going on in Palestine. These people are, you know, they got these small hats and shit. And these motherfuckers run the Fed.
Didn't take long.
They run the Fed. They run the money system. Everything's about money. If there's a benefit for the Fed, then that's just growing another tentacle that we don't need. I mean, it's not even the organic immigration. It's like it was planned. They're planning to overthrow the American people. They don't like white people. Well, what can I say? The Western civilization is being destroyed right in front of your face. And we stand here and we don't do nothing. We are helping these small hats genocide.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
You know, We
Look
got to
at the
take
mustache too. This is so cute. I don't even think he's taking himself seriously.
We got pews, and we're the only nation that still got their pews. And this one world global system, Baal worship. It's all Baal,
Can
Moloch
someone please
worship.
donate to get this heroin addict off my screen, please? Holy shit.
Don't forget Bohemian Grove.
Get this show going.
Bro, he just Fed posted on the panel. That's crazy.
Bohemian Grove, right? Alex Jones told you about Bohemian Grove, right?
You can donate
yes.
to stop this.
Yes, no intellectual Alex Jones. Yes, absolutely.
What does our government do with little children?
I don't want to know.
The CPS. Look up the records of the CPS. 80% of the children in their system are lost in the system, and they get lost.
That's a very tenuous claim. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by lost?
Child Protective Services, a government-ran institution, are paid. You get paid for.
Yeah, but what if the small hats are paid off the government to make up those figures? How do we know that this is true?
Parents will get paid by the government to raise a child, and within
wait. How do we know that this is true though? What if the small hats funded this lie? Actually, you know what? I'll fucking come up here and debate this right now. I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Let's do a 1v1. Let's do a 1v1 right now.
Okay. Go to your local CPS agent with your camera.
That's not the wait. That's not the question I'm asking. I'm asking how do you actually know this? How do you know that the small hats didn't buy off CPS?
Our children, they're our children.
Wait. So I asked you a question. How do we know that the small hats didn't buy off the CPS?
This border system.
Sarah, please make this stop.
Holy shit!
Yes, finally! Holy fuck! Good lord, that was terrible.
Damn, Rocky! All right, hold on. Now, hold on. And Rocky, I have to give this option to Zero because that's a big dono. Okay, so Zero, you have the option, right? And if you just tag me in the chat and let me know what you would like to do, all right? Now, you can choose to just stop that moment and we can all just proceed with the rest of the panel. And I've removed Rocky from the main screen and you just wanted that to stop. 2, you can choose to just boot Rocky backstage for as many minutes as you'd like in the chat. Or 3, because $100 is an actual full boot from the panel for the entire night. So I leave the option up to you. Zero Dark 4, tag me in the chat. Do you want to just let Rocky stay on panel and we just continue the conversation? Do you want me to dunk him backstage for a little bit? Timing of your choice. Or 3, we can boot him from the panel for the entire night. It is totally up to you, sir. Much respect for the big dono. I want to see from everyone else tomatoes in the motherfucking chat because that's incredible. Rocky, what did you do?
And if it's boot him, just put a thumbs down emoji. Like you're the emperor of Rome.
Here it is, guys. Is it up? Is it down? Where will he go? Zero Dark 4, it is up to you, sir. Rocky's existence on this panel relies on you and your decision-making skills. What would you like to do? You got to say it in the chat.
Now.
I come in peace. Thumbs up for Rocky. Thumbs up for Rocky.
What does let's see, what does the panel vote? Thumbs up if you want him to stay, but we still continue on with everyone else. Thumb to the middle if you're like, boot him to the back for a few minutes, or completely down, get him out of the panel for the rest of the night. It's up up to you, chat. It's up to you. We got Ben. What do you got there? You want him to stay? Clay wants him to stay. Asvaroon, thumbs up, thumbs over, thumbs down. Thumbs up. You want him to stay? Bone says thumbs down. Effigy, are we going up, down, or in the middle?
Oh, we're going down.
2 thumbs down, 3 thumbs up. Spin, what you got? Down 3-3. Rinyald, up, over, or down?
Wait, what am I doing? I'm sorry. I'm reading this study.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This dude asked me a methodology question. I had to read really hard.
Rocky stays and he's good to go. Rocky gets dunked backstage for a few minutes, or thumbs down. Rocky's booted all night. All right, 4 to boot, 3 to stay. Hyper, it's up to you.
Just, oh man, this is tough. For the mustache, I'm going thumbs up.
All right, we are tied. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, 4v4. All right, so 0 is really up to you, sir. Did he write it in the chat? I'm not seeing it.
I'm looking through it, Sarah. I don't see it either.
0, we need you. If not, I'll leave it up to Mama. Mama said thumbs up. I'll give another 30 seconds for 0 Dark 4 to type it in the chat. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Mama says not yet.
As Varun, you're being very, very patient with the hands up there.
He's always so patient.
Hey, Sarah, I got a $250 bail on Dusty, the Crusty Dusty.
Nice. What'd you do? What you did tonight?
I just pulled out and he said my gun was against my fingers was against TOS.
I don't think it does do that.
It can be if you're combining it with certain words.
I don't know. I mean,
he was trying to incite a revolution earlier. That was pretty vague.
All right, 0 Dark 4 is not in the chat right now, so I'm going with Mama. Mama is the tiebreaker. She said thumbs up. You can stay, and we shall continue this conversation. All right, shout out to 0 Dark 4 one more time. Asvaroon, to you, sir.
Yeah, I have a question for the panel. Like, the left always says that diversity is a source of strength and it's very great. But like, there was this reporter, he says that his name was Joe Solburn. He was a reporter in the 1960s and he observed a pattern. He said that in their mating and migratory habits, white liberals are no better than conservatives. They'll claim that diversity is a strength, but when the area starts becoming more and more heterogeneous racially, they'll move to an area which is majority their race. So, like, if it's so great, isn't Nancy Pelosi actually a hypocrite, and aren't the liberals on the white just like aren't they hypocrites as far as their policies are concerned, just like our politicians are? They don't seem to preach. Yeah, they don't seem to practice what they preach in real life. Like Hillary Clinton, when she moved out of. Yeah, but the thing is, in the whole world, diversity I've seen, it causes only tension, like between different religions, different races, different cultures. There's always some fight going on for obtaining natural resources because humans are territorial. Over here also, the liberals actually, like, they say it's very great, but when the area starts becoming more and more heterogeneous, they'll move off to a majority race of their area actually. Like, that's what I've seen with white liberals. They're hypocrites, to be honest. Just like
it's crazy that we had to pivot to like some reporter in the 1960s, by the way. Like, how is this even like born out in reality today?
In the midst of the birth of modern liberalism.
We're like 70 years past at this point.
All right, Rocky's got a timer for 15 minutes backstage. 0 has spoken. I think that's pretty fair. I think Rocky got away pretty squeaky clean on that one. And thank you for pulling that up, Ben. I would have totally missed it.
I would say that as of 2010, most of the population in America lives in cities, and cities are where all the diversity is. Cities are prominently where all of the liberal voting base is.
Real quick,
right?
I have to drop off.
To your point,
I have
you
to
think
drop.
that helps.
Yes, because that's where all the economic
because it shows
output
that
is.
they've-
That's where all the
we've
culture's coming
integrated
from.
with the
That's
other
like, what are you talking about?
Real quick, I gotta drop off. I gotta drop off.
No, but
I just want to say, hostile. I linked the. I didn't have time to go through the entire methodology. It's super complicated because it's an econ paper, but I linked it in the back.
Why don't you know it though? When you have the claim that it is
I don't have it off the top of my head. I just read the study. I don't have the methodology off the top of my head.
Is that how it works? You just support a claim and as if it's 100% true.
Well, you see, I'm not an
methodology?
economist. I don't typically read like through the
Then
entire
why are you
like,
making the
modeling that
claim?
methodology thing because you haven't pointed out.
So it's emotional based. It's an emotionally based claim.
No, in the same way that like when I leave tomorrow because I have to go somewhere. When I leave tomorrow, I'm not appealing to my emotion to know that my engine's going to run. I'm just kind of trusting that it does. Right? I'm trusting the findings of these studies because they're intuitive. Correct. Do you have any evidence to prove that their findings are incorrect? Do you have any methodological problems with it?
Well, no, I'm not making the claim, and I think
Okay,
it's an absurd claim.
All right,
it's an absurd claim to
come
go.
back
These
and watch
kids,
me
these
debate the
people's children
J6
that I can't even document.
LOL. Yeah, I'm getting off for the night. It was more slop than I expected it to. B, have fun. I love you. Stay safe.
Do, 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 do.